Now let's begin the story.
I ain't your average cat, I slap box with lions. Ever since the 5th grade, kickball with tires. Made a mini fortune off a ripped off appliance. Money when it's stove back, hit dog with irons. Boogie need to find God, shit dog I'm trying. That's why I robbed the Deacon house. Man, quit your lying. I did it and do it again and then repeat.
H-Town's finest, 16 Shots Podcast.
I'm lightning with the blam blam.
Whoa.
What's good with you, my brother? My
brother, man.
My bald-headed brother.
A whole lot has happened in the last. A whole lot has happened in the last 72 hours, man.
Good or bad, you know. I mean, everything is always good because you live another day to learn from your experiences. But so when I say good or bad, I mean like, is there some positive things happening, or that you have to jump over some hurdles?
No. I'm just talking about in the world. Period, man. It's been a lot. It's been this.
Oh, okay.
I would just say happenings. You know what I'm saying? Young Jeezy filed for divorce.
Jeezy and Jeannie Mai filed for divorce. Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert split. And I know, you know, I'm not as big as a rap battle, listener as you, but I know you saw, what's that one name? Geechee Gotti versus Easy the Block Captain.
Yeah,
that looked like
we got hope on that. That's with the guest.
That's you and the guest. I'm not. You know, I just know the messy shit. You know.
Yeah, that's us. The whole mess. That's us. But you know, that's pretty good. So I want to say that. But what else happened? Oh, and to add on to the Jeezy part, it's rumored that the alleged beau or side dude or chief or whatever you want to call it was Mario Lopez.
Oh, she cheated on the snowman?
Yeah, that's what reports were saying. I don't know how true they are, but that'd be funny. What else happened, man? Some stuff happened. Stephen A.
I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your female cheat on you with Mario Lopez, you can't get too mad, bro. That's Mario Lopez. It's Mario Lopez, bro.
Hold on.
It's Mario Lopez. It's almost like saying. It's almost like saying.
I'm thinking about. Should I pause you now? I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, man. Should I?
I mean, you can pause me. It might be something possible.
It kind of seems like it's possible, but
I mean, you know, I'm secure enough in my masculinity where I can be able to, you know, admit if a guy is a nice looking guy or something, you know.
Oh,
like you can admit that.
I ain't saying that. I thought you was like, I fucking. That's what I was thinking. You were thinking. Like you were fucking sorry.
You have jokes, sir. No, pause, nigga. No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, you know, Mario Lopez been that dude for a long time, bro. He a vampire. He don't age. So, you know, if your female decides she gonna two-step on you with Mario Lopez, I really can't say too much about that, bro. But I mean, if you married to the snowman,
hold on. I'm gonna call. See, it didn't take long for you to do what you do, for me to think about it. And then think about, hold up, bro. Hold on. Now you, sir, Mr. Okay, now let me jump back. You're saying that you can see how somebody else couldn't get mad about it. That's what you're saying, right?
When I say you can't get mad about it, I'm not saying that I still want, you know, slap the nigga. I'm just saying.
No, I ain't talking about you. I'm just saying you were saying in general. You were speaking like, you know. Oh yeah, I could see how a dude wouldn't trip, you know what I'm saying, or would be, you know, could have to have some understanding. You wouldn't say that you personally would have the understanding. Because I'm like, I feel like Dub feels like he is, I feel like Dub's vanity wouldn't allow him to think that Mario Lopez is flyer than him.
Yeah, because he's not. But again,
you know what I'm saying?
If my wife came in the house and was like, man, I had the girls trip in Vegas and I fucked Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
I couldn't be mad at it. I mean, I'm going to be mad, but I'd be like, it was Mario Lopez. You know, again, I would be mad about it, but I'm like, it's Mario Lopez. I really can't bet. That's like me saying I was out on the guys trip and smashed Halle Berry, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
You think your wife would let you smash a midget?
A midget?
What if it was like hold up, let me say, what if it was a fine midget, right? A fine midget. Like, she was fine. She wasn't distorted. She was fine. She's just 3'4". She had a thing for big dudes. think your wife let you smash? I mean, she was a midget though. She was really a midget. You know what I'm saying? She did have her hair was a little too big. You know what I'm saying? Like a short person. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry for saying the midget word.
You know, I'll bang a fine midget, bro.
So would you think? What I'm saying, would your wife let you bang? Like, let's say, just randomly, y'all in Cancun together, and the midget like, hey, I don't mean no disrespect, but I always wanted to, bang a dude who looked just like you. You know what I'm saying?
I think if we in Cancun,
Yeah.
and we doing our swingers thing, I think she'll let it fly. You know? Yeah, I think she'll let it fly if we doing our swingers thing. It might be like, hey, that's the only bitch you're gonna be able to hit this weekend. So choose wisely. You know.
Oh, so okay. Well, my mom be going.
I mean, when you said it like that, because if she's standing next to me, then we have to be in our space where we are, doing a swingers thing. So it's like
choose now
wisely.
what if y'all go to Cancun, y'all together, y'all doing the wifey thing. She go to an island scuba dive for a day, and you go I don't know, rock climb for a day. Excuse me. You get to the top of the mountain, there's a midget up there, ask you the same question, like, I just need 20 minutes. You gonna tell wifey?
Well, no, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna tell her.
You gonna do it? Nah,
I ain't gonna tell her.
Anyway,
I've always wanted to smash a fine midget, bro. So I'm sorry, smash a small, a fine small female.
We can't even say none of that, man, because we kept saying the M word. I can't even put that in the what's column, man. That's messed up.
The N word?
The M word.
The M word?
Yeah.
I saw you had a Facebook post while we were waiting on our we're not gonna get into that.
Which one?
It was about the universe and
No, I didn't have a Facebook post. They had a Facebook post.
No, that's what I mean. You commented on a Facebook post.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with you, bro. I think it's damn, that's crazy. I'm speaking on them when I give the context of what it actually was.
Yeah.
You might be able to sum it up a little better than me. I've been drinking. It sounded like the person was saying that the study of crystals and astrology and burning of sage and mysticism and all of these things aren't God. You had a point that you were like, well, everything is God because God created everything, and I kind of was listening to I'm reading your post or your rebuttal to the post, and I agree with you, bro. We've been taught that God is the creator of all, and God lives in all things. And if God lives in all things, and he is the creator of all, then technically everything is God.
Yeah.
On the same notion, we were also taught that God is the creator, and everything that was created in his image. Well, man was created in his image.
Yeah.
I can see both sides of the fence. It's almost like how you interpret it, but I wouldn't be, even if I didn't stand on the side that you're standing on, I don't think that I could definitively say through the doctrine that I'm reading that I can say these things aren't God. If you go by what you read, the doctrine, it kind of says that God is everything and lives in everything. So
that's what I was, and that's why they were like, "What is?" I was saying it from a standpoint of like, I'm not even saying, I'm just saying what I've been taught and what I understand to believe, and whatever. You can look at it, it says like, because like where it says directly. I'm like, the only thing the Bible says directly is the 10 Commandments. That's it. Everything else is an inference. Literally almost every, even there's no commandment that says thou shalt not be gay. It's inferred through action that God didn't like it. It's kind of crystal clear, but it's never said directly. But it's said, the words literally says God is in all things. It literally says that. It says those words. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's like, nah, him is in you. I'm like, no, man.
I understand
everything.
I understand the angle that they were coming from, especially when someone says like your offspring is, your offspring is made in your image, but it's not you. But the other piece is, if you really want to be technical about it, that your offspring carries your DNA. So you are also your offspring. So a lot of this is up to the interpretation of the reader.
That's what I was saying. But even, and that's what I mean, but now, yes and yes, let me not do that. The reason why I can't be up to interpretation of the reader is because the very goal of the situation is to find a commonality. The very goal of the situation is to find a commonality where we all agree upon something, right? It's not for you to feel that way, I feel this way. No, the whole structure of this thing, of this particular thing, whether it be Christianity or Judaism or Islam or Buddhism, this is the way that we believe. We're not trying to have interpretations. We're trying to have a direct, right? Whatever. So that's why they have scholars and whatever, and they have priests to disseminate the word to you the correct way, because it's not written. Nothing in there is written directly. Most of it's insinuated, and you have to understand, all of. So anyway, saying all that, say, man, if the priests and the people who do it for a living have agreed upon this, then we can't change the interpretation, man.
But that's the problem. The people who do it for a living haven't agreed on it. That's one thing. And then secondly, if at the end of the day, your relationship with God is most important, not the relationship that God has with the preacher that's speaking a word to me. Yeah. Essentially, the relationship I have with my God is a personal relationship, is involved in my daily walk and how I interpret life. And if when I'm standing there for judgment, I'm not standing there with the priest or the pastor or the bishop speaking on my behalf, it's me speaking on my behalf, then ultimately it's up to me on how I interpret it, live my life, and walk my walk. So me and you can read the same Bible, Pat. Me, you, the reverend, the priest, the bishop, the evangelist can read the same scripture, and we all five can come up with 5 different angles or ways of how we perceive it. And then especially if you add in the fact where they say, you got to have your own relationship with God, and the Holy Ghost is going to speak to you, or the Spirit going to speak to you, and is going to give you the power of discernment, then you dig, it's really up to how you decipher it. Look, Creflo Dollar is a prime example of the prosperity preaching he was given for years about the tithe, just to turn around and in 2022 say, I've been preaching the tithe wrong. So I do get what you're saying. In a perfect world, what you're saying is true.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying. I disagree because I disagree. I ain't disagreeing with you. I'm disagreeing with the way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Not sure with just that. I understand that it's that way of thinking, and I'm not saying that way of thinking is wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I disagree with it, not to the point where I don't think it's fucked up. I just don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? But
no,
I'm like, the reason why I disagree is because I'm like, we don't move like that as people. Like if what you're saying is normal, then how do we have so many people move in herds? They move in big groups and like, okay, we got Democrats, Republicans, iPhone users, and like people gravitate to things. We got Baptists, we got Islam, we got people gravitate in all but it's not normal for a large group of people or people in general to just be abstract from everybody else, right? You go to the store and you have a whole rack. It's 30 of the same shirt. Knowing I'm gonna sell these things. It's 50 of the same shoe. Knowing I'm gonna sell them. Knowing I'm gonna see somebody because we gravitate, we find something that we like or we agree upon. Oh, red bottoms are hard. They nice. So we all wear red bottoms. Oh, Tommy Hilfiger. Oh, hats. Oh, dreadlocks. Oh, so and so.
Well,
You don't go outside and see 97 different haircuts in the same neighborhood. You might see different variations of the same cut, but you're not going to see, oh, that person, like it's 1,000 people and I got 1,000 different haircuts. Now you're probably gonna have grouping of haircuts. We gravitate to likenesses,
well,
and we like
you got to understand some of this stuff is passed down from tradition. So, prime example, I grew up Southern Baptist, not because I chose to be Southern Baptist. That's what I was born into. That's what I was took to. So, me and you have been having these type conversations for years, and I will admit that I feel like you were more, you had a different outlook on it earlier than I did, simply by maybe what you were exposed to, for some different viewpoints from it. I didn't get this type of understanding until I got older about how I view religion, when I actually started looking at religion through my own lens, opposed to a traditional lens or a lens from my parents. So sometimes people, they keep those traditions and they don't waver from it. And because this is how I was raised, this is all I know, they don't kind of seek for themselves. So I think when you talk about religion and how your religion and how your God works for you, some people don't do that. Some people just stick to what they've been taught over the years. Some people think whatever the pastor says, go. And that shit is law. And they don't go out and seek information for themselves. So you are correct. Everybody, I don't want to say the masses, but I can understand your viewpoint of that. That sometimes the masses don't really seek for themselves. They just go by what the crowd is doing or what they've been taught or what traditions that they grew up in. So
I think also, well, that's normal and natural. Like if I walk to if I know you and you know cars, what you tell me becomes gospel to an extent. You know what I'm saying? It's the gospel of cars because you're informed and I trust your knowledge. And it's not much you'll tell me that I ain't gonna follow through with it because I trust your knowledge of cars because you're an expert. And that's how people feel about their pastors. And they, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that me or you? I heard a boom.
that was the Holy Spirit. Man, let me not play with God like that, bro.
It was giving me a ding. What am I gonna say? Yeah. Yeah. So ultimately, man, it's like this is a wild concept, man. It's a wild concept when you think about it. It's a wild concept.
It's like this. I drive Chevrolet trucks because my old man drove Chevrolet trucks. His old man drove Chevrolet trucks. As I matured, I still love Chevrolet trucks, but I mean, it ain't no difference between Chevrolet, Ford, Dodge, Toyota, Nissan. Yeah. All them shits do the same thing, bro. They all will break down on you if you don't maintain them. So it's kind of like you gotta seek the knowledge for yourself and come up with your own thought process of it. Like when you tell me, look, I see all these people, they talk on Facebook, these evangelists and these prophets who ain't went to now seminary school, and they tell me that I'm worshiping the devil because I sage my house, my nigga. Okay. God created everything, right? God put sage on this earth, right? So how is me saging my house evil if God created sage? And I'm not using it to conjure up spirits. That's A. And B, it's a whole, according to the history, there's a whole book of what some call black magic. I don't know the proper word to call it, was omitted because they felt like it was too much information for the mere mortal to be able to comprehend.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I've been drinking. I've been drinking. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been drinking way too much to be having this kind of. I've been drinking way too much to be having this kind of a serious religion conversation on this night.
I mean, I guess It ain't too serious, man. It's just funny to me because to conclude it or to bring it to a conclusion, it's like everybody. I say this all the time, man, and the more I say it, the more fucked up it seems to me saying it or thinking it out loud. But like, man, you gotta have a level of education. Not even that, you gotta have a level of intelligence to tell me something about the Bible. Like you can't struggle with Beowulf and then tell me another Bible. You can't
Struggle with
struggle with
Beowulf.
Yeah, you can't struggle with Beowulf and then come tell me another Bible, man, because Bible is written way more complex than Beowulf is, man, and it's written in an older text, in an older time frame of text. Like even and then and then you read probably reading the King James version that has a lot of translations, like a lot of inferred translations that they'll put you in there or two or four or and it really doesn't, and that's not really what it says. You know what I'm saying? All that being said, if you don't understand the history of certain things, then now we're having a conversation and we can't meet on that level, man. Because I'm listening to what you're saying, person, whoever it is, not that conversation, but anytime. And I'm like, from what you're saying, it don't make sense. It is only what the words you're saying don't make sense. So how the great American poet Joseph Budden said, how you gonna conversate with somebody with no diction, man? Like we just saying words at this point. We just talking from our feelings, man.
I feel you. I just feel like it's ignorant to say all of this is no when you really can't say that, bro.
Meaning like what?
Just how the post was written. The list of things that were not God.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Our ancestors ain't God.
Even
like,
if I
what
don't,
they are
even especially when you're not. Damn, this is gonna sound fucked up. Especially when I know you're not in tune with what your ancestors worship. So you truly don't know what your ancestors worship. So how can you say the ancestors aren't God, bro? But I digress. I digress.
Yeah. Let's go. Moving on to okay, we talked about Jeezy. It was one more thing. Okay. Oh, you talked about Tiana Taylor and what's called. So apparently, according to Tiana Taylor, there was no infidelity involved, and they've been split for a while. It just happened to come out, now. But they said they've been split for a long time.
It's hard to have infidelity when y'all got an open relationship anyway. So,
I mean, I'm not even going to jump in that part.
I'm just saying when y'all fuck bitches together. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Hey, sometimes you can be married to somebody for a certain amount of time, and you really just outgrow the marriage. Y'all are still good, 1,000% good, but y'all just need y'all own space. Being a married man of almost, shit, I think I've been married 15 years, bro. You need your space from time to time. Just to have, you still need to be able to be you and have time for yourself within said relationship. And if you don't have that, or if you lost yourself and you want to find yourself, shit, sometimes you got to move around, bro. Like maintaining a relationship with just one person for an extended period of time, that shit is tough, bro. Like you can love somebody but fall out of love with them. That shit is tough.
I agree. I somewhat agree. I agree.
It's a daily work. It's a daily work thing, bro. If I wake up tomorrow and be like, man, I want to go explore different females or a different situation, like, yeah, that shit is easy to do when you've been with someone for so many years, especially if you're not looking at the bigger picture. And then, I mean, I don't know, they might have fell out of love in that sense of being in that married relationship. It sounds like they 1,000% still have respect and love each other and will co-parent and be best friends. They just don't want to be in that relationship anymore for whatever reason. But she got them niggas straight though.
But I know. I think also it might come to the point where I've always wondered this about couples who are not iconic, but view that as sex symbols apart who come
Mm-hmm.
together. Like, how did how does that weigh on the other party? Like, damn, I know, like, when I met him or her, the whole world thought of them as, a sex symbol. And now we together and she's still moving in the same way that she was. Like, it gotta mess with one of the partners, Like, man, I need somebody who, like, we can't both be, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what I go through and how many I turn down. What if she weak in this point? You know what I'm saying? Or what if I don't know? I just wonder how they did that.
I do know they did their thing together. I do know that.
That too.
So, and again, it might just be, hey, yo, I'm on something else right now. And it could be that they really that good instead of, going out cheating on each other. Hey, let's just not be in this relationship. We still have a relationship because we have beautiful kids
Yeah,
together and we best friends.
yeah,
That ain't
yeah.
going nowhere. Before this other relationship, yeah, we can put that on the shelf.
That leads me to the next
You got
conversation.
to be real
That
vain to have hooping videos of yourself behind you while you podcasting. I just want to let you know that.
I gotta be banned because I pull a video up, man.
A little bit. That's why I never will play like the videos of our podcast behind me because it distracts me a little bit. But yeah, you got to be like a different kind of dude. Well, I guess you don't have to be a different kind of dude to have your. I mean, I see the jumper still wet. I don't know how old or young that photo is, but I see the jumper still wet though, bro. I don't know if it's on repeat. It's definitely on
It's
repeat.
on repeat. It's on repeat,
But I
man.
see
You
the
know what I'm
jumper still
saying?
wet. Steph Curry range, Dame Lillard range. I see it out there, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was going next anyway with Dame Lillard, man. So Dame Lillard was on the podcast with Cam and Mace. It is what it is, and
You,
Stat
you
Baby
gotta
and
put some respect on Cam and Mace. It's bigger than the podcast. It's a sports show.
the sports show.
Yeah.
Sorry, the sports show. It is what it is. And he said some things, man. And one of the things he said was that he wouldn't join the Golden State Warriors because he wasn't built like that.
I feel them. Fuck them niggas.
But then in the same breath, you finna leave Portland, man, to go run and play with at Miami.
I think it's a difference between running and go play in my. It's a difference between going to go play in Miami now versus going to go play in Golden State.
Wow.
There's no need for Dame Lillard in Golden State, bro.
There's no need for Dame Lillard in Miami. They went to the championship 2 out of the last 3 years.
No, I think.
Yeah.
Because if Dame Lillard goes to Miami, the point guard position has just got upgraded.
Okay.
Dame Lillard going to Golden State, I don't think the point guard position is upgraded. I think it's the same production, different style of play. He might be a better true point guard than Steph. He ain't wetter than Steph, but he's as wet as Steph when he needs to be. He can drive to the basket just as good, if not better than Steph. Passing, I think, is better than Steph. Ball handling, I think it's a wash. So I don't think he upgrades the point guard position if he goes to Golden State. If he goes to Miami or anywhere else, he probably upgrades the point guard position.
Okay. What did Golden State do last year?
Didn't they win?
No,
they lost. They didn't go because somebody got hurt.
They didn't even go.
Yeah, somebody got hurt.
They didn't go.
Oh, they didn't go? I thought somebody got hurt.
They lost to the Lakers, man.
Oh,
And the Lakers got blew out by Denver. Okay. What happened the year before that?
They beat Boston the year before that.
What the year before that?
Well, everybody was hurt the year before that.
Okay. So that's 3 years, right?
Yeah.
In these last 3 years, Miami they went to the championship twice.
They have.
So you feel like a team, the team that won the championship, 2 or 3 of their main players is gone. Iguodala and KD are gone, right? You feel like Dame Lillard going to Miami a team that just came out the finals twice in the last 3 years that's not stacking the team.
I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't say it wasn't stacking the team. My words were, Dame Lillard can upgrade the point guard position in Miami versus going to Golden State. I don't think he upgrades the point guard position. I think
yes, he does.
He doesn't upgrade the point guard position going to Golden State. He does not.
Yes, he does.
You have. Time out. You already have Steph Curry and Chris Paul at point guard.
One of them. You know, if he come on them going. I'm with them. One of him.
Steph ain't leaving. You're not trading Steph for Dame Lillard.
So Chris Paul gone.
I don't know if you trade. No, you can't trade. You can't trade Chris Paul for Dame Lillard right now because he just got traded over there. So you can't trade him again.
All I'm saying is that if any kind of way that Dame Lillard would go to Golden State, there's no way they would have Dame Lillard, Chris Paul, and one of them would and it'd be Chris Paul. What I'm trying to say.
What I'm saying is because I might be rusty on my trade law, my trade rules, and all that shit. But literally, just because he got traded to Golden State, I don't think you can trade him right away. You probably can trade him mid-season, but you can't trade him right away.
Okay. All that being said, more importantly, Steph Curry won't be playing point guard no more. That's what I'm saying. They would upgrade because they go from having a Chris Paul who might not even start, but let's say he started. Chris Paul at the point, Steph at the 2, Clay at the 3, Wiggins at the 4, whatever, right? You would go from that to having Dame Lillard at the 1, Steph at the 2. You would upgrade at point guard because Steph would not be the point guard. And the person you would play Steph with would be better than anybody else. So, yeah, it upgrades the spot.
No.
You think that Dame Lillard's not better than Chris Paul?
I don't think that you would run a starting 5 with Chris Paul at the 1, Steph at the 2, Clay at the 3, and then your other 2. I don't. It ain't a need, bro.
So you saying that at no point? Well, I'm asking you. So you think that Chris Paul and Steph Curry and Clay ain't gonna play at the same time?
Chris Paul, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there will be some sets that they will be on the floor at the same time. Yes, but Chris Paul ain't starting. I was talking about a starting line. I was talking about a starting lineup.
I'm saying for the key points in the game, Chris Paul, Steph, and Clay and Draymond gonna be on the court at the same time for long stretches. Those are your 4 best players. Well, yeah, those are your 4 best players.
Again, so why would I need to add Dame Lillard? Because now I might have to give up something to get Dame. So now I'm going to have to give up some bigs to get Dame. And what assets would Golden State have to give up to get Dame Lillard?
Man, it don't matter.
If you're not giving up Klay, now if you're telling me you're giving up Klay Thompson to acquire Dame Lillard, I can see that. But I don't see a scenario where Golden State is going to have enough to give up to keep Klay and keep Steph and acquire Dame. Now, if you're telling me Steph is gone and Dame is coming.
We're missing the point. The point is that I'm just saying that Dame Lillard said he wouldn't go to Golden State because he feel like they're jumping on a stacked team, but he would go to Miami, and they already just went to the championship. They somewhat a stacked team, right? If they didn't lose who they lost in the this is before, because he said it before they even lost them. If they didn't lose Strauss and Vincent, you got a cold squad. Jimmy Butler. Hero coming back. We did that without Hero. Hero coming back, and you got he got hurt Oladipo, but he might come back. So I got a squad over there, man. We beat Giannis and them, man. We beat some people over here a couple years in a row.
You're right, but see the other piece is if Dame Lillard's traded to Miami, Tyler Hero is gone.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you got to give up and that's the thing, you got to give up assets. If Dame Lillard and Jimmy Buckets ain't going. So Dame Lillard is going to Miami. Tyler Hero is gone.
Yeah,
you're not keeping Tyler Hero.
That's the weak part of. That's why I feel Adam Silver on this point. That's the weak part about saying, "Well, I want to go here." when you do that, bro, you kind of like you cheating the fans, man. You cheating the fans. Because really, it's one thing to say, man, okay, they don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? We our relationship, our marriage, it's been too long, man. We can't work together. I want to go. That's cool. But imagine you finna get divorced, and you like, I'm finna divorce you, but only if you let me fuck her right there.
See, I don't
And
feel.
she wanted to get divorced. And
I
she
don't.
wanted, yeah, both wanted to divorce.
I don't feel that way about professional sports athletes and their moves, simply because a team can cut ties with you whenever they want to.
They can,
So,
but they don't. But they don't. But they don't. I agree with you. But I'm saying that's kind of being pessimistic because not all owners like that. Not all owners trade players asset like the assets.
you're
Mark
right.
Cuban is good for that. You know what I'm saying? Certain owners are good for treating their players well. You know what I'm saying? For being honest and upfront with their players. So yeah, they can trade you any time, but in the same breath, once you once you accomplish certain things in certain programs or certain organizations that take care of you. So like Portland is right now. Portland is like, okay, cool. But when you say Miami, now Miami probably ain't got to give up Tyler Hero, bro. It's like, man, he want to leave. So what you want to do? You gonna hold on to him, have him not play like he's supposed to play, or have him sit out? He paid up. He can sit out for a year.
The problem is the package to acquire Dame is a lot. His contract and what you got to give up to get him to get him. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
But it got lesser. It got lesser for Miami because he said what he wanted to go. If he would have just told management and that's it, and nobody else, everybody could have been throwing deals. He could have messed around, got a deal, got something better than Miami that he never would have thought. It could be him and LeBron. You never know.
I don't think you want to play with LeBron, bro. And that's the thing. He just said where he wanted to play. Like, look, James Harden did the same thing. James Harden said he gave him 3 teams he wanted to play for.
Yeah.
That's what these players do.
Weak. That's kind of weak, man. Because like what I'm saying is like when you start calling your shots like that way, man, it cheats the fans, man. Because okay, you want to get traded, cool. It's 30-something teams in the league.
What do you say what do you say to the front office who says you want to trade? Cool, I'm gonna make sure I trade you to the bottom feeders of the league.
I mean, what about the ones that say you want to trade like Oladipo, right? When he wanted to leave Rockets, they ain't just trade him to Vancouver. I'm like, okay, cool, man. We'll sit you. What are we gonna do? Miami, okay, cool. It wasn't in the news like that. He ain't put out. You know what I'm saying?
Oladipo told management he wanted to go to the Rockets. I mean, to the Heat. Like the Rockets knew Victor Oladipo wanted to stop in Miami. That's where he wanted to be. Victor Oladipo ain't Dame Lillard though. It's easier to move Victor Oladipo than it is to move Dame Lillard.
No, what I'm saying is that in the same, if he wanted to go to Miami, right? Even him want to go to Miami, he was a max player like 2-3 years ago. He probably still on a max deal. He's a key player, right? Let's say he went to Miami. If he do it like Dame did, why would Miami give him any kind of deal or anything, right? I can give you some peanuts and a box of chips for him. I ain't got to give you no real money because he want to come here. He'll to the point where he'll just sit out and wait to waivers. He'll wait till the end of the year and come like you get something, so I'll give you some peanuts.
It don't work that way.
Or that's exactly how it works. Or if he keeps it quiet, that's why Dame ain't win. That's why Harden ain't win. Because once you tell the other team that this is where I want to go, the other team doesn't have to give you the premium price no more because they know this is where you want to go. So how am I gonna let you fleece me twice?
You talking about Hall of Fame players, bro? No, we time out. You talking about Hall of Fame players? So when James Harden and Dame Lillard say they want to move somewhere, you're gonna have that issue anyway. The issue you're gonna have is these teams that are trying to move these Hall of Fame players, are not finna get what that player is worth. So they got to get as much as they can. And other teams know these Hall of Fame players want to move. Like, it's not like you threw him on a trading block and he don't want to go nowhere. When James Harden, when Dame Lillard, when somebody the caliber of those players, when they come out and say, I want to be traded, bro, now the teams that are in the market for him, I don't have to give you top dollar because he don't want to be there. So now you're trying to get rid of an asset who doesn't want to play for you anyway.
Yeah, but I agree. What I'm saying is the difference is when I say I want to be traded, right? That opens up all 31 teams to be like, okay, I got a package. When I say I want to go to Miami,
yeah,
right? Now, if the deal that everybody would have given might have been 2 first rounds and so, we all bidding for him, right?
Yeah.
But now Miami ain't bidding for him no more. That's why he want to come. So instead of me giving you 2 first rounds, I'll give you one. I'll give you one because he want to come here anyway. Why would I give you more than I have to?
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Even with Oladipo, a lower tier player, right? It could have been a $2 million deal, but he want to come here. So why would I give you any money, man? And he not even playing. He literally sitting out. So I can be like the Clippers did, right? I'll wait till the end of the year to pick him up. We ain't got to trade nobody, man. I'll wait, right?
You can do that too,
Your stock went down when you told him where you want to go. Because if he said everybody, then Washington might have said a first round and $2 million.
But he don't want to go to Washington, so I'm not even gonna say it.
But
I got a no trade clause. I got a no trade clause in my contract. So with that being said,
yeah,
essentially you're sending me where I want to go. I have a no trade clause in my contract, so Washington can give you an offer for everything in the world. Because I got that no trade clause contract, I'm be like, fuck that. I ain't going to Washington. Fuck that.
But I might.
I might not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I don't care what Washington is giving you, the Portland Trailblazers or the Philadelphia 76ers. I got this no trade clause in my contract. I ain't going to.
Let me give you an example of how it changes with people. When Boston calls Kevin Garnett and he's like, Paul Pierce, and then like, oh, we're gonna get Ray Allen too. Right? Oh, damn! I would never go to Boston, but I got that. Like, I'm just saying that can happen. But when you say, but if Kevin Garnett said I want to go to Houston and that's it, then Boston doesn't even make that trade to get so and so to make us. Because we know we can't get you. It's not fair to the fans or the other teams.
They don't have the no trade clause contracts.
No, trade clause is cool. But even
because essentially I'm doing that. It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. You can have what you're saying. What you're really saying is I shouldn't say it. My agent shouldn't leak it. The organization shouldn't leak it. If I ask for a trade, I ask for a trade, and then y'all do the work behind the doors. The problem is these guys ask for these trades, and then between them, the agent, the organizations, it gets leaked out. And then you got Adrian Woj, how you say that nigga name, bro?
Wojnarowski.
Yeah, you got that nigga. Oh, hey, look, man, I've heard that such and such and such and such. That's where you get that shit from.
Yeah, but once again, if I'm Kevin Garnett and I go to a meeting to talk to Kevin McHale, right, and we talking, Kevin McHale not gonna leak it out. It's not in his interest. Kevin Garnett ain't gonna leak it out. It ain't in his interest, right?
Sometimes the teams will leak it out because they want to be like, see, he's not being cooperative. Sometimes the agent will leak it out because they want to make sure that their guy gets to move to where they want to go.
Well, what I'm saying is, well, okay, the agent might be okay. If I'm Kevin Garnett, I go talk to McHale. Hey man, what y'all got going on? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I go back to my agent. This is what they doing, right? Danny Ainge calls me. Man, I don't go to Boston, man. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. We got Paul Pierce. Okay, Danny Ainge goes and gets Ray Allen. And it's like, hey, we got Ray Allen too. Oh man, for real? That's what's up. I'm looking at it now, right? That's because the conversation stayed between two people. It happens like that sometimes. But what I'm saying is that's the conversation that you have with your agent and your president. I don't know. That's crazy, man. it make more sense to be quiet than it's talk, man. Because when you quiet, you got more leverage, man.
When you making the money they ain't making, I really wouldn't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I really wouldn't give a fuck, bro. I'd be like, hey, trade me, fam. And then these are the teams that I'm willing to talk to. And if you can't get the deal done, then I just go dribble a basketball another season for my 200 or whatever million I'm making. I don't know if you're a free agent after the season. I'm assuming he's locked in for a couple more years.
I believe so. Yeah.
So that's the other piece. When I'm that caliber of player with that size of a contract, you got to look at all that shit. It ain't too many choices or too many places you can go. Because a team got to sell off half their roster to get you, bro.
They'll do that, bro. That's what I'm saying. They'll do that, and they'll go.
But I'm telling you, I'm not finna go to fucking Cleveland for that shit. And I ain't saying Cleveland is the bottom of the barrel. I'm just using them as an example. Yeah, I ain't going to go play in fucking Cleveland. What the fuck wrong with you? I ain't going to Toronto. What the hell wrong with you, nigga? I want to go live on South Beach.
I'm just saying that it's been proven time and time again that people will go to strangest nations to get to a championship. Like, yeah, we'll go to Minnesota. Sam Cassell and Treat Spraywell going to Minnesota. What's called it going to Washington? Paul Pierce. Like people will go to strange places, bro, to get it to compete, try to get a ring.
If they win a ring in them strange places.
Garnett did.
What was the strange place?
Boston.
I don't think Boston was that strange of a place.
To Garnett it is?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was that strange to Garnett.
So Garnett from South Carolina played ball in Chicago and then cut his teeth in Minnesota as a pro. You've never heard Kevin Garnett say things like, I want to grow up and be a Celtic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Paul Pierce and Ray Allen over there.
Ray Allen is another one who probably wasn't thinking about being a Celtic.
I mean, I don't know if it's that hard to move from Milwaukee to Boston, bro. I'm just saying. I'm one that I didn't pay too much attention to geography, but I think a nigga in Milwaukee going to Boston is like, oh, hey, yeah, let me go to Boston.
Well, geographically, that's a stretch. But more importantly, I'm talking about Boston is known to be one of the most racist cities in the country, like it's always been.
It also has a championship lineage, though. And then
which is attached to being racist too.
But then when I look at the pieces they got, you got Ray John Rondo, who was a rookie coming out with some promise, and I already got Paul Pierce there, who at that time was arguably top 5 in the league. It's kind of easier for me to go to Boston with Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Ray John Rondo.
Where is KD right now?
I don't know where that nigga at.
Phoenix. Where Bradley Beal at? Phoenix.
Kevin Garnett is in Phoenix. Kevin Garnett isn't playing, bro.
What you mean?
Kevin Garnett? He plays in the NBA?
I'm sorry. Kevin Durant.
Phoenix is nice. Have you been to Phoenix?
Well, I'm saying I'm not talking about the city, bro. I'm talking about, do you think that Kevin Garnett thought his trajectory would take him to Phoenix?
I didn't know Kevin Garnett played in Phoenix.
Or Bradley Beal.
Kevin Garnett plays in Phoenix?
You know what I'm trying to say. Durant, man. You think he went? You being funny, but you know what I'm saying, bro.
I think Kevin Garnett was chasing rings, and he saw pieces down there that could help him get to a ring. He saw what's your boy down there, the light skinned homie? You know what I'm talking about, bro.
Devin Booker.
He saw Devin Booker and Chris Paul down there,
because you just said Garnett too. That threw me off.
I said Garnett.
Yeah.
Nah, I've been drinking. Fuck you, man. I don't give a fuck about the NBA. Hey, while we still on sports, man, how you feel about that Colorado versus Colorado State University game, bro? Talk about it, King.
That was a good game, man.
It was a good game, bro. It was a real good game.
It's just proof that, I mean,
it's proof that what? I feel like I hear some hate coming. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's like it's kind of like when you seen like some heavyweight fighters destroy all the, as they're coming up, they're destroying everybody. you're like, man, this boy gonna be cold. You know what I'm saying? But then you start realizing like you kind of fighting some stiffs. You know what I'm saying? You get to fight somebody for real. We're gonna see. Cause I mean, Colorado State, sorry, man. Like,
Whoa. So I'm gonna stop you there.
yeah.
Colorado State is not sorry. Now,
What was it?
they were 0-2, so now they're 0-3.
That's
So,
what I'm saying, man.
but whoa, let me finish. Colorado played TCU.
How you doing, sir? Okay.
They were underdogs.
Sorry.
TCU is not sorry.
TCU is sorry, bro.
No.
TCU
is not. Time out. TCU is not sorry.
TCU, they wanted
Did
two,
you just
right?
not see TCU beat the brakes off somebody last week?
But they wanted two, right?
That don't mean they sorry.
They lost twice.
Don't mean they sorry.
They
The
went 500.
Vikings are 0-2 and they're not sorry.
Bruh. So what makes them sorry? So they gotta be 0-5 to be sorry?
I don't think so. Prime example, when we speak about sorry, and
Yeah.
in my example was the Vikings are 0-2 and they're not sorry. When you look at the Vikings
Yeah.
being 0-2, they're 0-2 at their own demise because of penalties. So Colorado State University,
Yeah.
we talked about this last week with Colorado. Colorado is exceptional at the skill positions. Their weakness is their front their front five on both sides, or front six, however you want to say it. The D line and linebackers and their O line. That's their weakness. So when they played Colorado State University, Colorado State came out and they tried to play a aggressive, hard-nosed brand of football. And that shows with their 17 penalties for 183 yards, and out of those 17 penalties, they had 10 personal foul penalties, which was a lot of face mask, a lot of late hits, a lot of dirty hits. They came out and they tried to play a kind of smash mouth brand of football. They put pressure on Shador, which works because his O-line is a little suspect. And what they did was they exploited the weakness of the linebackers with all these underneath routes. Number 14, the receiver, he's an NFL caliber receiver, bro. He's a playmaker. So when I'm running these short crossing routes underneath the DBs with linebackers that can't keep up, and cornerbacks are like that, those crossing routes, your cornerbacks are already compromised at the beginning anyway. They exploited that. Number 14 was a playmaker. The tight end for Colorado State University is a playmaker as well. He's probably going to the NFL. They got some pieces. The quarterback is decent. He has a nice arm. He makes decent decisions. So they weren't just sorry, bro. And they played a different brand of ball, smash mouth brand of ball, and they put pressure on Shador. So yeah, they exploited the weaknesses of Colorado. They lost.
I got two questions. Sir.
Oh, let me finish. They lost the game in the fourth quarter when they had to run a 2-minute drill. I can't bring that pressure that I was bringing. I got to rush with my front 4 or 5, depending on how you running it.
Okay.
And when Shador has time, he's a fucking surgeon, and he has enough talent, even with Travis Hunter out. That offense is explosive if he has time to sit back there and make plays, and that's what he did.
Okay. I got 3 questions then. 1, Colorado State University. You said they have 2 NFL caliber players on their team, right?
At least.
At least 2.
Some of them O-line, a couple of the O-linemen probably will make NFL rosters.
That's highly unlikely.
It's not highly unlikely. Number 66 will make an NFL roster.
No, you said 4 players from this school are NFL prospects. Okay, maybe.
NFL caliber.
Okay, maybe. Right?
It's not amazing. They got about 4 or 5 that can make an NFL roster.
Okay, I'm saying this. My first question is, how many players on Colorado are NFL caliber players?
If I'm going by what I see on the field this season, 3 to 4.
Get out of here, man.
Name them.
Deion Sanders, that's 3 right there, right?
2.
That's 2.
So Shiloh and Shador are NFL roster players, and then Travis Hunter. So that's 3 right there. You got a 5-star recruit that's a cornerback at 6'3", like 200 or 198. He
That's
ain't seen
four.
the field. No, he ain't seen the field because he ain't ready. So we don't even know if he's an NFL caliber player.
So okay, so
The running back is undersized. He has potential, but he's undersized.
Bruh.
Was that
There's
Joe Horn Jr. probably can make a roster. So I'll give you
I
4.
would say, so you're saying so overall you would say that Colorado State and Colorado are probably are pretty evenly matched, player wise.
Yeah, because Colorado State has a DN is definitely going to be NFL ready. What's that boy name? Kamar is 1,000% going to be on the NFL roster if he stays healthy.
Okay. So how many players on TCU do you think were NFL ready?
Probably about 4.
Okay. So how many players on Oregon gonna be NFL ready?
Well, see, you moving the goal. You're not moving the goalpost.
I'm asking
Let me
question,
finish.
Yeah.
You're not moving the goalpost. Now you bring another team into it.
No, they play up next. How many?
I know. I'm finna explain to you. Oregon is a tougher task. Now, when you get to Oregon and USC, I don't expect for them to beat USC. Now, Oregon.
But how come you ask my question?
I'm answering your question. You're asking me a question.
Go ahead.
I'm answering the question. When you look at Oregon, Oregon probably has a comparable talent at the skill positions. Plus, they have better talent in the trenches, meaning the O-line and D-line. They're bigger. They're probably more talented. We all know that
now,
Colorado's.
Hold up now.
Let me finish.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay.
Because you said that. I'm stopping right there. Don't get your thought. I'm just saying if Oregon and Colorado are comparable at the skill positions, how Colorado State can't be comparable, man, to Colorado at the skill positions. If they comparable with Oregon,
what are you talking
Oregon
about?
Look, you said Oregon and Colorado are comparable, are kind of evening out at the skill positions, right?
For the most part, yeah.
So that means that Colorado State and Oregon even out at the skill positions too, right?
No.
Exactly. They don't.
I didn't say that.
So okay, I know they don't, but you can say that they don't. What I'm saying is, in order for Colorado and Colorado State to have you say it's 4 or 5 players on each team that NFL ready, right? That would mean, and that's why the game was so close. That would mean that Colorado State is comparable with Oregon because you just said Colorado is comparable with Oregon at skill position. So if they're
you're missing a piece that I'm saying. So I'm telling you that Oregon and Colorado State probably can match up decent at skill position. So
Colorado State or Colorado?
I'm sorry, Colorado and Oregon. So when you look at Colorado and Oregon,
yeah,
Colorado has an explosive offensive game plan. Their weakness is their O-line. Oregon has a good D-line. So if Oregon can bring pressure on Shedeur with just their front 4 or front 5 and not have to blitz extra people to put pressure on them, then they can sit back in some prevent, some 2 deep, and they can cancel out all that shit with their skill position players at the wide receiver level. Their running back is undersized, and Colorado doesn't have a legit running game. So they can't ground and pound. They're almost like a spread air raid offense. So Colorado State exploited that a little bit. You saw in the earlier parts of that game, they got pressure on Shedeur, and he turned the ball over once, and it made some stops. Oregon probably can bring enough pressure without blitzing as much. And if they can do that and keep Shedeur under pressure and not give him time to operate, they can win the game.
Well, I'm asking the question. I'm asking if Colorado State can give Shedeur issues, can give Colorado issues as a team, is Oregon State in the same class with Colorado State?
Oregon State, I think Oregon State's skill. I think Oregon's skill position players are an upgrade from Colorado State. So Colorado State had a receiver and a tight end who are NFL caliber.
Yeah.
Oregon might have some receivers and a running back and a tight end who are NFL caliber. You see what I'm saying?
I agree. I'm just trying to make the correlation
No,
to say that Oregon is 10 times better than Colorado State.
I wouldn't say 10 times better. I would say
10, 5.
I would say where Oregon has the advantage over Colorado State, again, is in the trenches with their O-line and D-line.
But not okay. Okay.
I mean, you gotta understand football to realize what Colorado State did with an NFL caliber DN. Now you roll to Oregon State, you might not have a NFL caliber DN like Kamara, but you might have 2 NFL caliber DNs.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. And if you listen to what I'm saying, that's where Oregon State would have the upper hand, because not only do they have, look, Colorado might have skill position upgrades better than Oregon, but my D-line also is NFL caliber going up against your O-line is suspect. So I might have some more NFL caliber players within my defense that can, cancel out. Look, I might have a cornerback that can be step for step with Joe Horn Jr. or whatever the dude name is, Horn Jr., better than Colorado State did, but I also have 3 dudes on the D-line that's going to play on Sundays, opposed to just 1. And then when you roll to USC, yeah, they're not going to beat USC. Damn near the whole team is NFL caliber. That don't mean that they finna be superstars in the NFL, but that mean they're NFL caliber. You got a fucking running back that's probably like 5'9", 150, 160 soaking wet, bro. And you don't have the O-line to move the D-line off the line of scrimmage. So you don't have no running game. You got to spread the defense, do an air raid type offense, and if Shedeur ain't got no time, he's not going to be able to sit back there and let plays develop. Oregon is a better team than Colorado State University.
That's what I'm saying. I was just saying Oregon is a lot better than Colorado State.
But you also got to realize Colorado State did what they did, acquiring 10 personal fouls.
So you think that Oregon can't do what Colorado did?
I think Oregon can
better
do
players.
I think Oregon can do what Colorado did without the 10 personal fouls.
And they got better players.
They do have
they have better players.
I mean, we've said that. They have better players in certain positions. Yes, we've said that.
So what I'm saying is if we could disrupt you with not as good players as them, how are you going to stop the better players at doing what, like, Oregon's defense statistically is better than CSU's defense. Oregon's defense is way better than CSU's defense. Actually, it's
all schemes. That's why if you notice, Colorado State didn't try to push the ball upfield because they couldn't, because they knew I can't throw the ball downfield. I can't try to get a big chunk play outside of the one trick play they did, because that secondary is too good. So what I got to do is deke and dunk, crossing routes, and exploit their linebackers. That's what Colorado State did.
And that's what every team does, man.
That's what Colorado State did. If I have the linebacker,
but every team.
Colorado State can't. Colorado State can't do that against a USC, because USC has better linebackers than Colorado does.
Every team tries to exploit the other team's weakness or what they feel is a weakness.
And that's why I said it's all about schemes. But what I did say was Oregon and USC, their D-line is better. Their D-line is better.
We're agreeing on that. I'm just saying, my summation, or what I was saying, was if a team with not as good talent can push you to double overtime, that shows that my talent level and my schemes and my everything isn't as potent as it's supposed to be at this point.
What happened was CSU had to actually sit there and play football, meaning they couldn't sit there and do the cheap shit and get the PIs or the personal fouls. What happened?
What you mean what happened?
What happened? I'm asking you what happened.
What do you mean? They lost the game on a bad call, on a bad play call, not on a bad, like, not because the game was It was tied. No, it tied double overtime. Instead of going for the for the two, Coach went for the one. They lost by two, right? Yeah.
How did he get the overtime?
He drove down the field.
98 yards.
Yeah.
What did CSU do differently on that 98-yard march?
They didn't play as good a defense.
No, they actually had to sit in a defense. They weren't blitzing and they weren't doing the fuck shit with the personal fouls and shit. They actually had to sit in the prevent defense and man up and try to prevent them from the big play. And once they did that, they gave Shedeur Sanders time and he methodically marched down the field.
Because he has better players than CSU, man. That's why. That's what I'm saying.
Not on but CSU actually had a better D line. Now the folks
have better players.
They have better players at the skill positions, Bug.
Yeah. The D line okay, my O line is suspect. It's not the best, bro.
Your O line is suspect.
But I have a very good quarterback, very good running back.
You have an undersized time out. You got an undersized running back. You got an undersized tight end. And you do not have an O line that can give you a sustainable running game.
Which one of those skilled players is not a 4-star or 5-star player?
Time out. The running back is not a 4-star or 5-star player. Travis Hunter is your 5-star. Time out. Travis Hunter is your 5-star player that got hurt. Your quarterback is a 4-star or 5-star player, depending on where you rank Shedeur. Horn Jr. is probably a 3 or 4-star player. I give you that. He's a game breaker. Who else? Now, if Travis Hunter would have been out there, then yeah, that's different. CSU's secondary was a little suspect, but they kind of hit it because they were being super aggressive. But in that 2-minute drill, you can't blitz how you was blitzing because you're going to fuck around and give up the big play. They were trying to prevent the big play, so they actually sat down and played in a legit defense. And when they did that, he marched down the field because you couldn't put pressure on him. You weren't putting pressure on him because half the time you was putting pressure on him, you was getting personal fouls.
Oh man!
Now, when you get to Oregon and USC are more complete teams.
I don't understand how it's even a conversation, bro.
Did Oregon and USC are more complete teams?
That CSU is sorry compared to CSU is not. CSU is sorry, man. CSU, they're not. They have a CSU as a team is sorry and been sorry for a while. Just like Colorado has been sorry. They're not sorry now.
It's a rival game. It's a rivalry game. You targeted to start playing, got them out the game. So now your star receiver and star cornerback is out the game.
Man.
No, that didn't happen?
No.
That didn't happen?
I mean,
I'm asking, did it happen?
I wouldn't say he targeted.
You don't think that was targeted? Did you see that hit, bro?
First off, it wasn't targeting. If you're saying it's targeting, you're not saying that it was the call targeting or it was the definition of targeting. You're saying it's targeting like we have to get that nigga. Yeah, they have to get that nigga.
And 1,000% was targeting, bro.
Yeah, but he didn't get flagged for targeting because it wasn't targeting.
He got flagged for a personal foul, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, bro, come on, man.
The letter of the law in college, the only time it's targeting is when you leave with the crown of your helmet on a legit targeting flag. But when you talk about a team that is targeting a star player to get them out the game, that 1,000% was targeting, bro. Did you see the reaction of the coach? Any other coach, when that happens, pulls that player out of the game, bro. You pull that player out of the game because that was a stupid ass play. Any coach that I've ever played for, if any player does some shit like that play was dead, bro. That ball was out of bounds, bouncing on the ground. The dude, it was already a pass interference call, so already one flag was on the ground. The play was over, bro. And homie ran over there, ran around his homie, and hit that nigga in the liver, bro, or the chest or the stomach, whatever you want to call it, bro. That was legit targeting. And walked off. The coach, did you see the coach's reaction? He ain't do shit, bro. He ain't had no reaction, bro. That's like
you're talking with your heart right now, man.
I'm talking with what I saw.
Yeah.
You can ask any analyst today. You can ask any coach, any professional player, anybody who studies the game and knows that that was a bullshit ass play and it was targeted. Even the shit they did to Shiloh. After Shiloh got the pick six, man, this man was out of the back of the end zone and still got hit by the player, bro. That's some bullshit.
Sound real Colorado friendly.
I'm not being Colorado friendly, bro. That's bullshit about the game that was played. These niggas was getting up, slapping people on the back of the helmet and shit. You can even tell by the way they played which team was disciplined and which team wasn't.
So now Colorado State wasn't disciplined.
Did you see what the players were doing?
I'm just asking you a question.
No, Colorado State was not when you have 17 penalties and 10 of them are personal foul penalties, you're not a disciplined team, no.
So, okay. I mean, I disagree, but
bro, number 66 was a menace. Did you see how many? He got 3 face masking calls on his own. He legit was grabbing people face masks and dragging them to the ground, bro. That's an undisciplined player.
Is he? Or
1,000%. That's an undisciplined player.
All right. That's what you feel. I mean,
it's not what I feel. I mean, I played the game. It's what was taught, bro. It's the equivalent of a hooper. Every time Steph go for 3, slapping that nigga across the face, bro. Not even playing on the ball. Just legit, I'm gonna smack this nigga across the face, bro. That's the to me, that's the same, bro. Colorado State was you don't get 17 penalties for 183 yards and be a disciplined team. You're not.
So the question is this. Is that what good teams do?
No.
So then when I say Colorado State sorry, you're like, no, they ain't sorry. They ain't sorry. Well, they doing everything you're describing is what a bad team would do.
When I say they're not sorry, because they do have some players. So I don't think they're trash. I think that they ran into 3 teams that were better than them the first 3 games of the season.
So you think they're projected to win more than 4 games this year?
I don't know what they were projected to win, to be honest with you.
So you don't even know if they could have been projected to be sorry.
Look, I don't know what they projected to be. I'm just looking at the talent that was on the field.
I mean, but once again, we'll see this weekend, man. What's up?
I knew the first 2 they didn't get blown out the first 2 games. I know that. They were close games that they lost.
Who? USC? I mean, Oregon?
Colorado State. They didn't get blown out the first 2 games. They lost close games. So they lost 3 close games.
Who they played ranked teams?
Oh shit, I don't know that now. Luke. I don't know if they played ranked teams.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But just because the team isn't ranked don't mean they're sorry.
But they could be sorry though.
I mean, they could be, bro. I really don't give a fuck about CSU.
I mean, when you had
I really don't give a fuck about Colorado. If you want to keep it a buck, I was just looking at the game. It was a good game. It was 1,000% a good game. It had the atmosphere of a rival game, in-state rival game, and we all know sometimes rival games are intense good games. Look, you can have the fucking Houston Texans who can be 0-8, and if they play the rival Colts who are 8-0, shit, they can show up for that 1 week because it's a rival game.
Colorado State got beat 24. They actually won a game. They beat New Mexico 17-0. No, that's November. They lost to Washington by 26. They lost to. Oh yeah, they did win a game. They won a game. Nah, man. Why is it so crazy like this? But no, they sorry, man. Sorry.
I ain't gonna call them sorry because some of them kids that was on Colorado State University were kids that Deion didn't take through the transfer portal. Number 14, the fucking tight end was a transfer from Notre Dame. I think the fucking receiver was a transfer from Arizona.
You're going too, man.
I think Kamara was a transfer from somewhere else. They hit the transfer portal just as hard as Colorado did. Now Oregon and USC, I think
they hit it as hard as Colorado did.
Yeah, bro. Number 14, one of
they had 85 transfers.
Well, come on now. You want to go play for Deion? Deion got rid of that team.
You said this is hard. They hit
you
this hard.
You have a tight end that's a transfer from Notre Dame, and you have a receiver that's a transfer from Arizona.
Yeah, but they didn't have 85 transfers. Though.
All 85 of those transfers on the team?
I'm sorry.
On the field playing
I'm
at
sorry.
once?
I'm
At
sorry.
85?
No.
All right. Just because they were transfers don't mean they was all five. He didn't get 85 5-star transfers.
He got some 2 stars to 1 stars.
You saw he pulled the top recruit. There was a kicker and put in his 2-star recruit that came from Jackson State with him.
Oh no, man.
Bro, Shiloh is not a 5-star recruit, bro.
Of course it's not. I mean,
Hell, if you want to keep it a buck, Shador wasn't a 5-star recruit. If you really want to keep it a buck, Shador Sanders was not a 5-star recruit.
So you think that what you think they might go end up? Didn't they end up 500?
I think they're gonna be 500. I don't think they're gonna be Oregon or USC. I don't believe they will beat USC. I think USC got too much for them. I think they can beat Oregon in a shootout. It just all depends on how Oregon schemes. I see them losing the next 2 games. I don't see them beating Oregon or USC. Colorado don't have enough to go up against them power teams right now. They just don't. They gotta get some dogs, like he says. They gotta have some dogs down there on that D line. They gotta get some big boys on that O line, bro. You finna go hit USC in 2 weeks where they finna have some 6'5", 300-pounders on that O line. They're gonna have some 6'4", 290 straight muscle boys, pause, on that D line, and your O line and D line can't do shit with that. Your O-line couldn't even get a push on Colorado State University on the 2 to get you in the end zone. So you ain't finna get no push against Oregon and USC. So I do not see them winning against Oregon and USC. Keep it a buck with you. I didn't think they would beat TSU. I thought they would have a chance against Kentucky, and I thought that they would beat CSU. I didn't think they would beat TCU. So,
I mean, I when I seen all the players that had left TCU, I was like, it's gonna be. They basically doing the same thing, starting from scratch. But
they still had to win, and they still had to beat them in a shootout. With their star player making a hell of a play.
I feel I've come to in my brain. I kind of equate Deion with LeBron.
I don't.
And what they did, I mean, because they brought that AAU mentality to their sports. Like LeBron brought that, hey, let's all gang up. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, let's kind of move these pieces a lot. And that's what Deion's doing over there. Is coming with this moving these lot of pieces in one time, kind of AAU, like we did Jacksonville. Got them players to come in, like did Colorado. That's kind of like the AAU model, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
The transfer portal, in my opinion, evens the playing field. Because for so many years, you had guys that want to go play for Nick Saban, or they want to go to these big schools. They want to go to the LSU. They want to go to the Alabamas. They want to go to the Georgias, where you got guys that's at Georgia. You got Nick Chubb, and you got, three NFL superstar running backs on the same roster. Same thing with Nick Saban. You got 4 NFL caliber quarterbacks on the same roster because those programs look like they could do more. They had boosters. They had this. They had that. The NIL and the transfer portal has evened that playing field where players can go to any school now, make money, and get a look. You know what I'm saying? And so with Deion Sanders, what do you mean no?
They could have went to any school at any time.
No.
They decided to,
No.
Nick Chubb and all them 3 and all them backs and the
it was Nick Chubb, it was Todd Gurley, it was somebody else.
They all chose to go to Alabama. Nick Chubb could have went to Georgia.
They went to Alabama because of the prestige.
I mean, they went
to Georgia because of the prestige, bro.
But they could have went anywhere. They chose. Perfect example was Michael Beasley.
He could, you're right. They could have went anywhere. Yeah,
he could have went. No, he could have went to Kansas. He said, "I want to go to Kansas State. I'm gonna beat Kansas." Like they chose to go where they want to go. The transfer portal didn't even it out because all it does is keep. To me, the transfer portal keeps freshmen out. Because why would I have a freshman portal QB when I can go get a starting QB? Joe Burrows comes to LSU, man. Why would I get a freshman QB when I can have a starting?
The transfer portal evens it out because now, if I'm at a school I don't want to be at, I got to wait a year to play. I might waste a year of eligibility. Or I might, you know what I'm saying? But with the transfer portal, I can move whenever I want to move. I don't have to wait a year to play.
Once again, if I'm an incoming freshman going to LSU, I'm the best freshman in high school high school football.
Yeah.
LSU might say, "Oh yeah, I like him," but then the starting quarterback from Notre Dame wants to leave. He goes to transfer portal. So, what smart coach is going to say? Should I get this player over here who I know is a Heisman Trophy candidate, or should I go get this high school kid? I'm good with that. What's call it? So it didn't, and the same schools get the same.
Well, let me ask you a question though. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What will make that Heisman Trophy candidate move from the college that we're at? If I'm a Heisman Trophy candidate starting at my school, what will make me hit the transfer portal? I'm just asking.
Shit, money.
Well, if I am a Heisman Trophy candidate already, I'm probably going to be getting NIL money anyway.
Yeah, but but LSU could be like, shit, you got 500,000 last year. We can guarantee you $2 million this year because we got A, B, C, and D. They ain't got that. That
Heisman Trophy candidate might be coming from a big school anyway. Unless you're talking about a Heisman Trophy candidate that might be moving from Alcorn State or JSU or a TSU or something like that.
That's even worse. But what I'm saying is, you don't think that that Texas got more pull than TCU? You don't think that Texas got more pull than SMU? You don't think Texas got more?
I think that Manning would hit the transfer portal and go to a TCU because he can't get on the field at Texas. And if he decides to hit the transfer portal and go to TCU, TCU might rock with him because he's a better prospect than this high school kid that's coming out of Dallas.
Exactly.
I think that would work.
Compared to the high school kid.
But when I'm looking at it, shit, Manning is only leaving UT because he can't get on the field. So he's going to come to a lower tier team that doesn't have that good of an option at quarterback. If I'm that good coming out of high school, I'm gonna be that good regardless. Then I'm gonna get on the team and I'm gonna show my ass.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, then if I'm a high school kid and transfer portal hit, and they picked up so and so, why would I even go there? Because I know I'm fighting an uphill battle.
Then I go to another school.
Exactly. So it's not nothing. It's really, and then.
It is evening out because now I don't have the Alabamas and the Georgias and Ohio States that got 5 NFL caliber quarterbacks on the roster because that's the place they feel like they only can get the good look at. Now players can go wherever they want to go. Sometimes these players move because the coach moved. So the coach, you know what I'm saying? When Lane Kiffin said, I recruited these kids and now I'm going to this other school. Well, shit, I only came here to play for Coach Lane Kiffin. He gone. So I'm finna hit the transfer portal now. Back then, you would have to sit out a year before you could play. Lose a year of eligibility, I believe, unless you're redshirted. I don't know how that shit works. I ain't that smart. All I'm saying is these players that hit the transfer portal and went to Colorado, they wouldn't have went there if it weren't for Coach Prime.
Exactly. But I mean, the transfer portal has proven to make more college kids ineligible. First off, that's documented. Because once you go into you go into transfer portal, right? You try to go anywhere you want to. You don't get picked up. So I think it was like 1,400 or 1,500 transport kids went to the portal last year or whatever, and only 300 something, 400 something kids get picked up. So them extra, they got to sit out a year anyway.
So
because only so many spots.
How many of these kids that hit the transfer portal were top recruits?
It doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter.
You got some of these kids that came off of a losing team of Colorado hit the transfer portal. They weren't that good. They weren't that good, bro. They hit the transfer portal because they knew they weren't gonna play, and they didn't want to play for Coach Prime. Some of them just didn't want to play for Coach Prime, so I'm gonna hit the transfer portal.
You know what I'm saying?
I might as well try my luck at the transfer portal because, shit, I might lose my scholarship anyway.
No, man.
Bro, coaches can reject scholarships every day, B.
So, but
can they not?
Yeah, but the transfer portal doesn't it only helps big schools, bro. Because however it goes, I'm not transferring from TCU to TSU.
You could,
unless I could, but like, wow, that would make sense for me, man.
Well, it makes sense if prime example, TCU running back transferred from Alabama. He only transferred from Alabama because he wasn't getting the touches he wanted at Alabama, so he went to TCU.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you look at that, that's a downgrade from Alabama to TCU. He said, "Well, fuck it, we 5 deep at running back at Alabama. Let me transfer to TCU where I can get some burn." So he transferred to TCU where he's the premier back. When he was at Alabama, he was just in a rotation.
You're saying that a good player who already chose, so out of high school, he knew Alabama was Alabama. He knew they had top tier backs. He decided to go there. Yep. He wasn't good enough for Alabama. So he went to TCU. Yeah, he went down, but he wasn't good enough to where he was at. So yeah, he's not going down because he wasn't good enough for Alabama. How am I going down? And I wasn't playing.
Nick Chubb.
I was supposed to be.
Nick Chubb and Todd Gurley were the same tier back. The problem was, and actually Georgia had they had a rotation of backs. They had 3 NFL superstar backs.
Exactly.
But it's the same thing with Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders, bro.
Yeah.
Thurman Thomas seen Barry Sanders come on the scene and return punts and was like, shit, I'm leaving. Because if I stay another year, he gonna be starting over me. And some of them have that mentality. So some of these
weren't good enough, man.
2 Hall of Fame backs, bro. What are you talking about?
You weren't good enough. You weren't good enough.
2 Hall of Fame backs. What you mean I'm not good enough? Nigga, I'm Thurman Thomas. What are you talking about?
Thurman Thomas was good, and then he left. But I'm saying, like, but this guy ain't Thurman Thomas. This guy wasn't good enough to play at Alabama. When Thurman Thomas was there and Barry Sanders was there, they were both getting touches. Thurman Thomas was getting more touches because he was there first.
This back was getting touches at Alabama. He just wanted to be the premier back. At Alabama, it was a rotation of premier backs.
Exactly.
He was like
a rotation because
same
he wasn't
thing.
good enough to.
Barry Sanders was getting touches at Oklahoma State when Thurman Thomas was there. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was getting touches, but
it was a rotation, and Thurman Thomas was like, man, let me go to the NFL now.
Yeah, to be premier back. What I'm saying is, if that back was better than he was, if he was better, they wouldn't have rotation, man.
Well, the truth is, he tried to go to Colorado, and he didn't get to Colorado because he was injury prone, and Deion didn't take him. So he went to TCU.
So he's a very good back, and he went to go to lesser programs. He
wanted to go play for Deion in Colorado, and Deion didn't take him.
Yeah,
so look, you know how many O linemen and D linemen left Alabama and hit the transfer portal and went to different schools in the nation, and that's why now Nick Saban looking stupid because he ain't got a rotation of NFL caliber stars to rotate in and out. Now that nigga is the playing field is getting evened a little bit, and now I'm gonna retire now. Now he want to retire. I know the nigga old, but now he want to retire all of a sudden.
Well, I'm just saying that. I don't know. I don't think the reason why Nick Saban is a great coach is because he's beat other great coaches. That's why Nick Saban's a great coach. Not because of, like, when you're talking about certain programs, they always have the best players. So you can't judge them on players.
You know how to recruit. Nick Saban is a master recruiter. Everywhere Nick Saban has won, he's won a national championship. He knows how to recruit. Yeah. Now it helps out. It helps out that he's bouncing from prestige campus to prestige campus.
I'm talking about, but you're saying no. He knows how to get the best players. He's not recruiting scrub ass niggas. He's a scrub.
But
He's
now,
recruiting the best of the best.
and honestly, I think the NIL has changed the landscape more than the transfer portal. I think the transfer portal is just an extra clog in the wheel of the machine. The NIL really changed the landscape.
Why?
Because now players can get paid no matter where they go.
Man,
So at one point, I had to go to the USCs of the world. I had to go to the Alabamas of the world, the LSUs of the world to get an envelope full of money. Now I can legit get some NIL money. You know what I'm saying? And it's legit.
That reaffirms my thought that Dion a hoe, man.
Dion is not a hoe, bro.
You
can call him a hoe because he left. Because you want to say he left for HBCU. I'm not gonna argue that. You know, some people feel that he should have stayed at Jackson State University and do what he's doing now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If that's just take, I'm
no.
not gonna argue
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's a whole ass person, but that was a whole ass move, man. Because like everything you're saying is saying that the playing field is getting more and more level, and as it got more and more level, you could have had a level playing field, being able to pay your players, being able to the landscape is more even, being able to play at HBCU, but you went to Colorado.
So you feel like he should have went to a bigger HBCU platform, like maybe the TSU or maybe the Grambling, something like that?
I think, man, honestly, bro, I really feel like it's not cheating, bro. It's not cheating, but it's like he kind of skipped the line, man, and that's the problem. That's the way. That's why people like it, and that's the problem with the older school, the younger school, or us like we understand he skipped the line, bro. We understand that he went got a team full of all these full of good players. A lot of great players wanted to play for Dion. He had his choice. He could tell people, "No, I don't want you." He turned down players, right?
Yeah.
Just like Alabama and what Chicago was. And so now I'm coming to a situation where my NFL expertise, plus I got all the good players, and we playing in. Yeah, I'm gonna have success, man. I skipped in the line a little bit, and the old school coaches are like, man, I had to come into a team and build my team from scratch. I had to go be sorry for 2 or 3 years. I ain't coming to HBCUs with 5-star or 4-star players. I ain't coming. I came to HBCUs and we ain't had nothing. We had to go out there and draw some shit up to win. We had to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel, and I feel both sides, but it's just that one side keeps denying the other.
He still has to draw some plays to win. But this the other piece though. The other piece is this: me and you can be some hell of a ball coaches and be able to draw up some hell of a plays, and we can be great at recruiting, and we can be sitting at Jackson State, or we can be sitting at TSU, and our name, is just A-Dub and Boogie. When you got a Hall of Famer as Deion Sanders, who you can argue that he may have been the greatest cornerback to play.
Okay.
And now he's the head coach of a team, and he's shown success on a level. Yeah. And now you see the coaching staff he's put together with a handful of ex-head coaches and former NFL players who were good at their position.
Could have been at Jackson State.
He could have done it at Jackson State.
Yeah.
But some of these players also, look, when I was in high school, coming out of high school, I wanted to go play for the Florida States. I wanted to go play for the Alabamas because I thought I wanted that big stage. So when you put all that together, who he is, he lets players be themselves, but he gives them discipline. He lets coaches be themselves. I don't think he would have been. I think it would have took him 10 plus years at Jack. I don't want to say 10. I want to say it may have took him 6 to 8 years at Jackson State to get to where he did in the beginning of a season in Colorado. And I think he knew that.
Maybe not though. Like
You don't get some of these games. You don't get the opportunity to play the TCUs, the Oregons, the USCs at Jackson State within 5 years. You're not going to get that opportunity.
Well,
Politics is involved. Politics is involved.
Racism is involved, bro. That's why, man. No politics at all. It's racism, bro.
Politics and racism is involved. Time out. Just the strength of your. Let me finish. Just the strength of your conference alone at Jackson State is not going to give you the opportunity to play the Alabamas, the LSUs of the world.
That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong, bro.
Okay.
Because you know why? Because the reason when Alabama gets good, that makes the SEC good. Because every player that Alabama don't get, the other SEC teams, they pull them. If you go to Alabama and you don't make it, or SEC teams like, hey, come on, you gonna play them, right? You gonna play them. They're the best. Y'all gonna be seen with them. Y'all be like, that's an easy pull. So it didn't take but 3 games for them to get on ESPN. We know that the money is 100% the biggest thing in college sports. The money is there already. You've seen it. Under Armour and gave this man new jerseys every. Michael Strahan is buying the suits, right?
He was doing that at Jackson State, though.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jackson State was on ESPN. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. So the money was flowing in. That's NIL deals more. The money was there to have. Might there have been problems with cool, but the money was there to have. Those same players and coaches, when it came to Jackson State, they would have came. And when them players and coaches came to Jackson State, ESPN and the FBS wouldn't have no choice but to schedule games. But then, like, they could have been like, shit, we played an independent schedule. We played Notre Dame and those schools, right? Because look what we got. Look at our talent level. We getting 4 or 5-star recruits.
Do we know if Deion had the backing of the conference? Because I ain't gonna lie, you have to. What do you mean you don't have to? You have to.
Look,
so Jackson State doesn't get the TV deal. The conference gets the TV deal.
Exactly.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that last year at Jackson State, on that podium, we saw a divided conference between the conference officials and Deion Sanders. Do we not?
Yeah.
So we got to be on. So as a conference, we got to be on the same page to even bring the prestige to that conference. Now, with Deion's help of his name, he was bringing prestige to that conference, but he was getting pushback from members of said conference as well as heads of the conference. Like, that's documented. We know that.
Yeah, but do you know why it's getting pushed back?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that there was issues on both sides. I'm not going to just put it on the conference. I'm not just going to put it on Deion. I'm pretty sure that there were differences between both sides.
Yeah, which is what happens with everything, right? But so what I'm saying is this. If you bring a Rolls Royce into a dealership, even though it's surrounded by Pintos and Cadillacs, people gonna see that Rolls Royce and come into the dealership to see that Rolls Royce. Now, why not?
Because that Rolls Royce ain't gonna stay at the dealership.
That's what I'm saying. They gonna come in. So as they come in, we gonna start upgrading these cars around.
No, we not.
So why not?
Because that's
common sense, bro.
Because it's not common sense, bro. I'm not gonna have a $200,000 car sitting on the lot next to a $10,000 car. I'm not. I'm gonna move. First off, if my product is a product of that caliber, when I say that caliber, the $10,000 to $20,000 cars, I don't have a market for that $200,000 car on my lot. So I'm moving that car off my lot. I'm selling it away from my lot because I don't have a demographic for that.
Yeah. Well, so what I'm gonna put something shiny in the front and put something less shiny around it. Now, when they see that shiny, they see a less. Oh, that car so and so. You can get it for so and so. As time goes, I'm gonna upgrade the cars till I got all shinies, man.
Well, let me ask you a question though.
What?
If the demographic I'm marketing to can barely afford a $40,000 car, why would I have a $200,000 car on my lot? It's not gonna move.
So what you're saying, what you're telling me is that every place that you go that sells things only promotes things that are in the price range of their constituents. Like when I go to a store, it's only going to have a price range of my demographic. It's not going to have some shit that costs more and I can look at like, oh damn, when I get some more brand, I can get that. All I'm gonna have is shit at this price range.
If
I
you're
ain't gonna have
asking,
no shit.
if you're asking me, someone who was inside the business of a car business, when it comes to the demographic of people I'm marketing to and what my dealership sells, 1,000%. The most expensive vehicle on my lot was $50K. If I bought something that was over $50K, I moved it to a lot that sold high-end luxury cars. If I didn't have a lot that sold high-end luxury cars, I sold it in the auction to bidders who wanted to pay for the high-end luxury car. I didn't set a Rolls Royce. I didn't set a $90,000 car on the lot next to $40,000 cars when my demographic of customers were 40,000 and under. We didn't do it.
When I pass by dealerships every single day,
You got to know what dealership you're passing by.
When I pass by dealerships every single day, right?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 times a day, maybe 12 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
I see 2023, 2024, to the newest car right there on stilts.
You can see that 1,000%.
Right behind them cars are the 2000, the 220, the 2020, the 2021s, the 2019s.
So again, when you say that 2019s to 2023s can still be priced within the same price range, okay? What you would not see is passing by a dealership that has a 2024 Range Rover or a 2023 Rolls Royce next to a 2023 Honda Accord. You won't see that. The only time you will even remotely see that is if you're passing by a dealership like Mercedes-Benz of Greenway Plaza.
What I'm saying is that my point was saying that,
and you won't see the Honda Accord on that lot, by the way.
My point was that you're gonna put your shiniest thing in the front, and maybe your most expensive thing, your most eye-catching thing, right? Right behind that, you're gonna have some more affordable things. Like you can get these, but we also have these because more people are gonna buy these than those in certain situations. I'm not talking about high end, I'm talking about low. I'm talking about just normal dealership.
Yeah, I might have my lifted Jeep Wrangler on stilts, and then I might have the Jeep Grand Cherokees behind it. But that's only a $10,000 spread, not a $60,000 spread.
But I'm still putting my most expensive shiny thing in the front.
Again,
right?
$10,000 spread.
I'm just asking you.
Again, $10,000.
We can talk about numbers.
We are talking about numbers though. $10,000 spread.
I'm going off about numbers.
No, I'm going off the example you gave me. You gave me a Rolls Royce versus Honda Accords, essentially, and that's not gonna happen.
Well, all I'm saying is that you are gonna put your shiniest shit up front, and your shiniest shit gonna cost more than the shit you're selling for the most part.
Again, there's also a spread, and it's also the demographic that I'm catering to. So if I'm catering to a demographic that can afford $50K, I'm gonna put my most shiniest, nicest $50 to $55K ride up front, and then behind it, I'm gonna have my 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 rides in behind it. Yes, 1,000%.
So $30,000. That's or 20,000. That's a 10. I don't know. But
yeah. Anyway. Because I can sell some. I can have a $20,000 spread for its demographic. I can have a $50,000 Jeep on the stilts, and I can have a $20,000 Hyundai Elantra in the back. But I'm not finna have a $200,000 Range Rover or a Rolls Royce or a GT500 or Ford GT or fucking $180,000 Corvette on my lot when my demographic is $50K and under.
I'm gonna have to take some pictures for you tomorrow, man.
You got some who?
I'm gonna take some pictures for you tomorrow, man.
Take them pictures, and I guarantee you that shit is up there. If it's a shiny ass Range Rover, that shit is a 2015 with 180,000 miles, some fucking frame damage, and 4 accidents on the Carfax.
I mean, you know,
and that shit probably only cost $30,000. I do this, bro. I do that.
I'm gonna send you the pictures, man.
You can send me all the pictures, and don't be sending me no pictures from no side of the road mom and pop dealerships, because them bitches definitely is some 2013 Land Rovers that just look shiny in the motherfucker. I do this, bro. I know that. I do this.
Look, man, my entire point was that I'm gonna put something shiny that costs more than what I know I might sell this.
I'm gonna put some shiny.
I probably won't sell this.
I'm gonna put some.
This is the show.
I'm gonna put some shiny that catches that. I ain't putting nothing shiny on my lot that I ain't trying to sell. If I can't sell it, that shit is gone wholesale, homie.
Well, there's different types of marketing, man. I definitely know businesses that put stuff out that they're not going to sell, 100%, because that's what the customers expect to see. And you walk by whatever that is, and like, oh man, that's nice, man. Wish I got, in this price range.
All right, let me ask you a consumer question, because I might be tripping.
Yeah.
I'm in the market to buy an affordable car, Honda Accord, something I can roll around the city with, $20K.
Yeah.
That's my budget is $25K.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling down the highway, and I'm just, looking at dealerships.
Yeah.
What would make you pull into the dealership faster? The dealership that has some shit that's shiny and nice in my price range out front, or some shit that I know I can't afford sitting out front? What will make you turn into the driveway faster?
Well, it's a trick question.
It's not a trick question.
It is, because if what you're implying is that when people go to shop for anything, they say, what looks most affordable? Okay, that is the most affordable, I'm going there. That you have a percentage of people like that. But most businesses, in fact, put out their most expensive things on display. It's eye candy. I put out my own. Oh, this is expensive. Whether it be a car, whether it be a jacket, whether it be a meal. Oh, this is the deluxe meal. Oh shit, it look nice, but they got something smaller. Or you put out your most attractive thing to pull it in. And a lot of times the most attractive thing is the most expensive thing. I go to see Johnny Dang, he might have this super duper piece that I know I ain't gonna buy. But that's a third piece. He caught my eye. Now I'm looking at other pieces, right? That costs $30,000. I ain't spending $30,000. This costs $300, right? Or this costs $400 or $1,000. Like, I'm just saying that businesses put out their shiniest thing. The numbers may change or whatever, but you put out your most. I'm not gonna sell this thing I'm putting up here. I'm not gonna sell that, man. If I sell it, whoop-de-doo, but I really ain't think to sell that. That's just for show. What I'm really finna, you go to a tire shop, you go up there, we sell rims. You see all kind of fly rims. You go in, but you go inside, it's more practical rims, because I put my most shiniest thing out front.
Okay. You still didn't answer my question, though.
What?
I asked you.
Yeah, I just told you. That's a trick question.
No. You didn't answer my question. I asked you what park. I asked you what.
I'm gonna tell you.
I asked you what parking lot would you turn into.
If I'm a frugal shopper, if I'm a frugal shopper, I'm like, well, them cars are too expensive. This look like it's my speed. I'm gonna go in there, or I might be like, this look cheap. I ain't going in there. They ain't got no cheap cars in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can get something here on sale. It just depends on the shopper, man.
Gotcha.
Depends on the shopper, especially with cars. Like I said, ain't too many car dealerships gonna put out all the same price car. Like when you're gonna see the most expensive car in the front. You're gonna see the most expensive car in the front. So when I see that car, that's the nicest car. They got Chevys here. They ain't gonna put out. If they got $300,000 Chevy, $30,000 Chevys. They ain't gonna put a $50,000 Chevy on the front, or $45,000, the newest, best looking model they got, because that's what's gonna attract people.
Okay.
I mean, even that's what you said too. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna put that 2,000 something, that nice one, $20,000 difference, 15, whatever. But anyway, since the guests ain't coming in, we talk about Remy Ma and her people, man.
This is your expertise, bro. Actually, I'm gonna pause right quick for the calls.
Recording stopped.
Crazy. So,
Hold on, before you get in that, I got a little segment I want to ask you about. It's gonna be quick because it's some nerd shit. You ready?
What's up?
What superhero do you want to be? You can be any superhero across any platform of comics, movies that you've watched. What superhero would you be?
What superhero get the most buzz?
I feel like any superhero, as long as you're not deformed, you can get the most pussy. Name me a superhero that's pussyless.
Superman, man.
Superman should get all the bitches.
He has a select few, man, because like man,
he got the curl, bro.
He's a man of steel, though. Man, he probably kill a broad, man.
Man, you know how many of these promiscuous young ladies would want to fuck the Man of Steel? Pause.
Batman, he probably got a select few. He got issues.
Batman a billionaire. Them bitches don't know he crazy, bro.
But no, Batman would not. Bruce Wayne would get chicks, but Batman.
Let me fuck you,
man. Yeah.
Oh yes, come on. You know how many bitches probably was lined up trying to fuck Batman?
First off, there's a percentage of women who would not knock down none of the superheroes with capes or underwear.
I mean, if you told me a female wouldn't fuck Wolverine, I would agree with that.
If they got capes or underwear on, they put themselves in a position where certain women be like, nah, I don't fuck with nigga no
All
underwear,
superheroes
man.
wear capes and underwear though.
My Deadpool.
Who?
Deadpool don't
wear that nigga wears a bodysuit and he can have shit. Yeah, no. Yeah,
that's a bodysuit. It's still a body. It's like Bruce Lee bodysuit, bro. There ain't no underwear, bro. Who else don't wear underwear? Gambit don't wear underwear.
Yeah, Gambit a Louisiana nigga though. He a scammer.
Okay.
So he probably got all the bitches because he a scammer.
Bishop don't wear underwear.
Bitches love Bishop because he got like the scar on his face, and females love them thug looking niggas. Bishop look like he a thug out of New Orleans.
Static don't wear underwear.
Yeah, he's a kid though, bro.
When he grew up and become Black Lightning, though, he still don't wear. You know what I'm saying? He was just wearing a face mask and regular clothes, man. Like shit.
The Black Lightning I saw had on underwear, bro.
Okay, well then he can't get it. Okay. Ant-Man don't wear underwear. Iron Man kind of wear underwear.
Iron Man wears an iron suit though. We don't know what he wears underneath the suit.
He got iron underwear though, bro.
Iron underwear. Like, so what superhero would you be then?
I'm trying to think, man. Probably I was gonna say Plastic Man, but
damn, that nigga said Plastic Man.
Maybe Plastic. If not Plastic Man, then I will be got the best powers, man. That's a great question, man. What hero would I be? If I was gonna be a superhero, I'd probably be Aquaman.
You fucking aquatic bitches.
Water.
Aquaman still wear underwear though, bro.
Water.
But Aquaman wear underwear. Actually, Aquaman wear Speedos.
Water. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he do, bro. He wear Speedos.
I like to be in the water.
I definitely figured out I would be Judge Dredd, bro.
I changed my name from Aquaman to Seaman.
I see what you did there, bro.
You ain't up on the Ace Vein, man.
The who?
Ace Vein.
Ace Vein, pause. That sound like you said pause that shit.
Ace Vein is a part? It
sounds plausible to me. I'm 4 cups in on some Remy. Speaking of Remy, go ahead, tell us about it, bro.
Oh yeah, so Remy Martin. It's been going out for about 3 or 4. No, probably like
ever since Papoose slept Easy the Block Captain.
Well, I think he just left him probably a month or 2 ago. But
nah, he slept Easy the Block Captain at least 4 months ago. That was towards the beginning of the year. He slept that nigga. But again, I've been drinking. I might be wrong.
I still haven't seen the film of him getting knocked out, and that's odd and strange.
No, I saw the tape, bro. He slept that nigga. He slept that nigga in his eyewitness accounts. I didn't see the tape. I didn't see the tape of Easy. I didn't see the tape of Easy the Block Captain getting physically slept. Yeah. I saw the tape of Easy the Block Captain on the ground with his hat off and Remy and Papoose arguing. I saw that tape. That tape is there. And you have eyewitness accounts that Papoose slept that boy.
Man, I think it's weird because one, they kind of look alike.
That's why I'm asleep, your bitch ass.
But
I can't sleep the female because I don't hit female, so I can't sleep Remy. But I'm definitely going. You playing in my face? I'm sleeping you, bro.
Remy Ma denies that there was a knockout.
It's eyewitness accounts, bro.
I mean, she was there too.
Yes, she gonna deny it, but everybody else is saying it happened. And Easy the Block Captain ain't deny it.
I don't know. I want to see the tape, but
Easy the Block Captain did not deny it.
I like to see. I like to see because not because I'm that guy.
You are the guy.
Just because no, just because just where we are now in 2023, man. It's hard to do anything without that shit being on tape, man. Especially at venues.
Easy the Block Captain didn't deny it. They were in the room. He got slept. Security ran in. You can see photos of him laying on the ground with his hat off. And then Remy and Papoose getting into it.
Like sleep?
Papoose slept that nigga, bro. That's a fact.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Fact. It's a fact that Papoose slept Easy the Block Captain. We can stamp that as fact.
So Geechee Gotti brought it up in the battle. Remy stood there like a champ.
How do you? Well, okay. I feel like she comes from a rap battle culture, so she got to take it. How do you feel about the overall battle? Did you watch the battle?
Nope.
Did you watch clips from the battle?
I saw clips from it, yeah.
So going off the clips that you saw, because I didn't watch the battle in real time. I've seen enough clips to see all 3 rounds. Who do you think won?
I'm not a fan of Geechee Gotti's style or Easy the Block Captain style. So
I agree.
It's hard for me to tell who won. I like Geechee Gotti as a person, like as a character. He's pretty funny, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of funny, like a LA, you know. A lot of them dudes they be lying, bro. I don't mean lying like, but they just be like Ice Cube, you know. They be some Ice Cubes, man. They just be saying, but they don't really be like that, man.
Like the battle rappers I actually like. They might be older battle rappers. I don't know, like, you know.
Yeah.
I like the Wave. You know what I'm talking about? Sue Surf. I fuck with Sue Surf. Hitman Holla I fuck with. Arsenal I fuck with. Man, this may sound bad. What's homie that killed himself that had the molestation charges popping up?
I'm talking about Tech Nine.
Tech Nine was nice, bro.
Stomp him out. Kenneth the Cole. He was all right.
What's the nigga that got his own brand of shoes?
Oh, to my Daylight?
Daylight is nice too. Them the niggas I like. Geechee Gotti is all right. I'm not a fan of Easy the Block Captain. Yeah. Mainly because I don't like his name. But, you know, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah. He all right to me. He was like, I'm telling you the truth type rap. I like Big K. I like man, I used to like Tone Montana, man. I don't know what happened. He had like a brain tumor.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I like the disrespectful niggas.
And Tone Montana used to have a gun. This little bitch named Nina, she stay in the house. Got a big cousin named Mossberg, gotta come in the couch or some shit like that. I used to have like some really, really neat gun stories.
We really don't give a fuck about who won because we don't really we ain't really that big on either nigga. So my question is, if Geechee Gotti is on Remy's rap battle platform, was he out of line for doing what he did?
I saw an interview with Remy afterwards, and she was talking about it and how, like, she was like saying, like, I came into the game as a battle rapper. I even had bars ready for either one of them if they came at me, like, and she like spit like some bars she had, you know what I mean? So like, battle rap is crazy, man. Battle rap is interesting. Battle rap is like top 4 all-time niggerish shit that you can do. Like top 4. In a good and a bad way. You know what I'm saying?
In the history of battle rap, how many fights broke out?
Oh, it's been a lot. Been a lot. You ain't seen what Disaster got? Who was that Disaster? Okay, so Math Hopper stole off on Sirius Jones.
I forgot about Sirius Jones.
You know what I'm saying? No. First, Disaster stole off on Math Hopper. Then Math Hopper stole off on Sirius Jones. It's been a bunch of fights. You know what I'm saying?
Who would you say is the biggest battle rapper that turned commercial rapper and had a decent run as a commercial rapper?
Ain't none.
Does Cassidy count? Because Cassidy was a commercial rapper first, right?
Nah, he was a battle rapper, but he was battle rapper. He was like a street battle. He wasn't like in a league. He's before leagues. You know what I'm saying? I would say maybe Jay Mills, like somebody who cut their teeth as battle rap, known for battle rap, got it. You know what I'm saying? And then went mainstream. Jay Mills probably.
Okay.
Maybe Cassidy, but more Jay Mills because Cassidy had that one battle with Freeway. And once again, that's because Swiss Beats, he was Swiss Beats artist. And he brought him to the studio and was like, bring your young gun out here. So it was Jay-Z versus Swiss Beats, whereas Jay Mills was just battling,
He was a true battle rapper that went commercial.
Yeah. I mean, Cassidy was a battle rapper too, but Jay Mills didn't have like a Swiss Beats or, you know what I'm saying? Jay Mills ended up battling Enes on the show.
I remember Enes.
Yeah.
He had he tried to have a little nice battle rap run, but
he's still rap right now. He got a nice run.
I just ain't a fan of Ellie Ness bars, bro. I mean, he not trash, so I ain't saying that. I just wasn't a fan of Ellie Ness bars. Maybe I
like his bars.
I
like his bars.
I might be being biased. I don't like the nigga.
Yeah. So speaking of bias, bro, I'm gonna talk about how bullshit you are for the next 10 minutes.
Oh shit!
You said out of your mouth that Rotten Apple was a dope album. That's what you said.
I did say that. I stand on it. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you going to ask me the context of it? Because Rotten Apple is a dope album to me. To me, I like Rotten Apple.
Man,
now,
just say like 50 Cent, bro. Just say I like 50 Cent.
Oh no, it's no secret that shit. I got every 50 Cent album on my phone.
Yeah, because Rotten Apple was a 50 Cent album, bro. Like,
okay, I'm not debating that.
He on all the hooks, damn near, really.
I'm not debating that.
Yeah, man, it's 50 Cent. It's 50 Cent featuring Lloyd Banks.
So you saying 50 Cent gave Game and Lloyd Banks albums?
Nah, it made me more think about, because I'm like, 50 Cent on all. I ain't talking about one or two. I'm talking about all these hoes. 50 Cent, you don't like me, you don't like you. He's on all the shit, man. And Lloyd Banks, man.
That's not taking away the fact that Rotten Apple was a fire album.
I wouldn't say fire, bro.
Rotten Apple was a fire album, bro.
What's your favorite cut?
Come on, now. You know I don't know names of songs.
You gotta say the name of the song, man. You gotta be like, oh, that's Rotten Apple. I listened to Rotten Apple 3 times today, bro.
Now, if you're putting Rotten Apple up, now, what are you putting it up against? That might change my answer.
No. I don't do that, bro.
If I'm putting Rotten now, when I say it's a fire album, I was putting Rotten Apple up against Lloyd Banks' catalog. And that's why I said Rotten Apple is a fire album. And that's why
catalog though.
But let me finish though. And that's why I backtracked off of my Lloyd Banks only gets 10 minutes to rap. Because of Rotten Apple. That is a fire album for his catalog.
Rotten Apple's trash, man. That shit.
I mean, you know.
It's
you got your opinion. I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say trash. I'm just saying just sound like 50 Cent, bro. Because if I took 50 Cent, like, let me just tell you how I look at an album, right? So an album has parts, probably 4 or 5 parts. Probably the most important part for most people is the beat or the lyrics.
Beats was
one
fire.
Of the two. Yeah, that's one of the two. Beats or lyrics, right? The beats on Rotten album, it was great at.
Top tier.
I say it was great. It was top tier beats, right? The lyrics on Rotten album, it wasn't hip hop quotable. I mean, he was just saying what anybody else would say. Whatever rapper get an album, it ain't like he was like, oh, I can't believe Lloyd Blank said that. It's like,
no, 1,000. You're right, 1,000%. No,
yeah.
No, 1,000%. Lloyd Banks don't have bars to make you be like, oh, no, he don't.
Yeah.
So I'm not debating that.
The cameos on the album can make it too.
You're right.
So I'm just saying how I look at the album. You can have an album that got the rappers. Diddy's a perfect example. Diddy albums, his rapping is, man, whatever. The beat's gonna be fire. Cameo's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have like 3 or 4 positives, and your positives gotta outweigh your negatives. Lloyd Banks, Rotten Apple, the beats was fire. It wasn't but one cameo really. You know what I'm saying? Was 50. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's fire, but he just doing the hooks. So it's like, but then the lyrics, So I'm like, man, that album was mid. And then that's what I'm saying. Who you was calling mid? You called Spider-Man. I was like,
what? I called Tony Yayo mid.
It was somebody else, man. Yes. Yes. Oh, who was it? Anyway, but no, man. Who your top 5?
Of what?
Rap.
Are we doing this again?
I just want to know, man.
Well, you say it's supposed to change every couple months.
Mine. Yours can do what it do. Yours can be the same for the rest of your life. I'm talking about mine changes periodically.
I mean, right now my top 5 is Wayne, probably Nas.
Okay.
Probably Face.
All right.
Shit, give me 3 Stacks. And Pac.
Okay.
In no order.
Okay. So Wayne, Pac, Nas, 3 Stacks.
Face.
No
order.
No order. All right. My top 5 of rap. Tupac. No order. Tupac. Ooh, this is hard. Tupac. Scarface. Tupac, Scarface. Dang. Wale. No. Take Wale out. Tupac, Scarface. Damn, I don't know, bro. It's too hard.
Yeah, because this shit change every 3 months. So I know it's too hard.
Okay, Tupac.
Super pause.
I know it's too hard. That's crazy. Tupac, Big Pun, Scarface, Kanye, Um, Lauren Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauren Hill, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to, this is your top 5. I'm not going to debate it.
No, I didn't debate yours.
No, I know. I didn't hear no Royce the 5'9" from last time.
I know. I was thinking about Royce. I was thinking about Ransom. I was thinking about a bunch of people, man, but that's what I got right now.
This is what I want to ask you, bro. Are you an R&B listener?
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, kind of.
I asked the female this question.
Yeah.
And then I asked another female that worked this question.
Yeah.
And then I actually asked a couple of guys this question.
Well, what era of R&B are you talking about?
Yes,
Siri, I'm not talking to you.
I'm an era guy, right? I'm like,
in no particular era. It can be in no particular era. It can be from 90s R&B up until now.
Yeah, like it's certain eras that I can really divulge into.
So I purposely asked a range of age groups. Mm-hmm. So the age groups start from 30 to 50 is what I asked this question to. And, you know, I got some different answers. I didn't have a particular top 5 of R&B that I was asking about. My question would be, do we put enough respect on Tyrese's catalog as an R&B great?
Yes.
The only reason why I asked this question was because he recently was on the JBP. And,
he was?
Yeah, he was.
Tyrese
was recently on the JBP, bro. You got to go back and listen to the interview. It was pretty fire.
I didn't see that one.
And you know, Joe was doing what Joe does. He plays his songs at the beginning of the pod.
Oh, so you got the Patreon?
Yeah, what you talking about? Do I have the Patreon, nigga? What are you talking about?
Because, like, you know, I subscribe. But I don't have the Patreon, so, you know, on certain platforms, you can't hear the song.
I am a real fan of Joe Budden. I have the Patreon. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Patreon, my nigga.
How much is the Patreon?
I don't want to say how much I pay for the Patreon.
Okay. Let me know.
I pay the top tier. I pay the top tier. I'm going to be honest with you. I pay the top tier.
Is it more than $20?
It's $50 a month. Top tier. I'm a friend of the show. I can send in questions and get them answered.
Why don't you send a question and get them answers, man? Why don't you send the pod in?
I mean, you told me it was guerrilla marketing. So I mean, shit, between Ice, Ish, Joe, Melissa Ford, and Parks Music and Queens Flip, they get spammed the 16 Shots podcast. So I might get blocked soon.
Oh, you know what? It makes sense now because I was like, why the fuck is he putting the Joe Budden podcast on this post? And we ain't talking about them at all, man.
I spam the shit out them niggas. Them between every member of the JBP, fucking Say Cheese, fucking any hip hop nigga, bro.
Say Cheese.
Yeah, Say Cheese. The podcast nigga.
So just tell me that I was right about Charleston White. Just say that, man.
In what regards?
That. Because when I first brought him up, and I was like, hey, he had his own some shit, man, he was talking about Big Mo, or he It was kind of talking down. And I was like, bro, this guy, he's way smarter than he looks, man. He's really on some stuff.
I've always said that.
You said what?
I've always said that Charleston White has some good points, but I don't really fuck with his delivery and some of the shit he does.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the antics he does, I just don't fuck with. But Say Cheese has more than just Charleston White on his platform.
Yeah. But of course,
and if you want to keep it a buck, I really don't comment on the Charleston White Say Cheeses. I skip those and I comment on the other Say Cheeses post. Be honest with you. Yeah, I skip over Charleston White shit.
So you missed the whole Aiden Ross back and forth
Well, because I follow Say Cheese on socials, I did get some of that. So I will, you know what I'm saying? I will listen to I listen to what the nigga's saying. I don't disagree with everything Charleston White says. I will say that.
Yeah.
That he brings up some good points from time to time. So I'm not anti Charleston White. I just don't fuck with some of the shit he do. I'll say that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm open enough to if I come across a Charleston White post, I'll listen to what he says because when he's not on some of the bullshit, he do be dropping some jewels. And with that Aiden Ross shit, you know what I'm saying? I listen to it, and it sounds like some fuck shit on the Aiden Ross side, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, like he said some shit, some stuff. He said some stuff in there that really that resonated with me when he was like, they sent this young boy at me to see what I would do.
They did. Yeah, that was some fuck shit.
Yeah, and when he said like, man, I've told y'all from the beginning that the human mind doesn't form until this age. So you sent this young boy who we know his mind. You can't trap me with him. You got to bring somebody bigger. You know what I'm saying? And
I like the fact when he caught homie up though, because homie said some fly shit about some activities going on in your neighborhood, and Charleston White was like, "Man, I bet your grandma called the police."
Yeah.
And the little young nigga was like, "Nah, my grandma won't call the police," and he was like, "Call your grandma. Your grandma's still alive. Call your granny." And he called her, and he asked the question, and the first thing his grandma said was, "Hey, yeah, I called the police." Yeah. Nah, he be dropping some jewels. I just don't fuck with some of the shit he be doing. But even with
you know what? He just too real, bro. He is like what I said. I think battle rap was like number 4 most nigga shit you can do. Battle rap is the 4th most nigga shit you can do. Charleston White is like the number 6 or 7 most niggerish thing that you can.
I've come to the conclusion that Charleston White is somewhat of a troll. And if you can get past the minutia of his bullshit, you can get some jewels. He don't be
well, it don't be like a bullshit. That's the thing.
Nah, he be on some pure bullshit sometimes, bro.
Explain.
The fuck Deion Sanders shit and put a bounty out on Shador Sanders. That's some bullshit, bro.
But that's what it is, though, bro.
Why are you putting a bounty out on Shador Sanders, bro? Why are you getting on your platform saying I'll pay 20 bands to the nigga to take Shador Sanders out? That's some bullshit, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. So it's why I've always said the same thing. Why does when I say something, it got to be taken as gospel? How come I can't have no space when I speak when I'm just talking shit, right?
No, I'm cool with that.
No, I'm saying, but so again, when he says some outlandish shit, it's bullshit. But we say how much outlandish shit have you said today?
I ain't said nothing outlandish, bro. No, I ain't
said.
What outlandish? What have I said that was outlandish? I'm listening.
If we went through this podcast, and really just combed through it and said, what's some outlandish we said that we was just saying some outlandish shit? You think that we wouldn't hit that button 3 or 4 times per pod?
I don't think I've said anything outlandish today.
You sure?
I'm positive. I mean,
sure?
I will fuck a midget, bro. A fine midget? Yes, I will fuck her.
That wasn't what it was, though.
What did I say? I'm asking.
I don't know. I gotta think, man.
That's all. And it's the other piece. I really feel like if I said something that outlandish, and if you said something that outlandish, it would have stuck with us, and we could say, "Bug, Doug, man, that was some outlandish ass shit you said today."
But even if it wasn't. It was in jest, bro. It was in jest, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying,
I feel you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
What I was saying is, I think some of the shit he says is in jest. So it's like, I just feel like because, and this is a black rap hip hop culture type shit. Like everything we do gotta be for real, man. We can't do no shit and we can't be characters, man. We can't never be characters. If you a rapper and you rap about gangster shit, you gotta be a gangster. You can't just be in character. If you Charleston White, you gotta be Charleston White. You can't just be in character. Everything we do gotta be like, why we gotta be so authentic, man?
Cool. I feel
ain't nobody else. No, you catch The Rock outside of wrestling, he's a regular motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? You catch a politician outside of politicking, man, he's a regular motherfucker, man.
Nah, I think The Rock really do walk around like that, though, bro.
No, he's a regular motherfucker, man.
He be a regular motherfucker in the ring, bro.
No, you think he really be like, what you doing? It doesn't matter what you do. You don't do that shit in real life, man.
You know what's funny? Because we say that, and you remember when Ashton Kutcher had punked out, bro?
Yeah,
And they were punking Stone Cold Steve Austin.
yeah,
Stone Cold Steve Austin was still Stone Cold with just regular Steve Austin, bro.
yeah, yeah.
But with that being said, answer my question, my nigga.
What?
Do
What's
we put
that?
enough respect on Tyrese Gibson's catalog?
Yeah, man.
We do? Or do we really do?
Yeah, yeah. Because he ain't. Would you put him in the top 5 R&B artists
What's your
of
top
his
5
era?
R&B artists? Period. Not
But
even of his era. What's your
it,
top 5 R&B artists?
it gotta go by eras, bro.
All right,
Because if we go
well, in his
all
era.
time in his era, so he's like what 95 to 2005.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think
Yeah.
Tyrese Gibson's era of R&B, do you think it's better than this eras of R&B or worse? Or do you or can you compare the two?
I think it's just what it is. This is different.
Where you
I think it's better
where you
than
rank?
different.
All right, so however you gonna rank it, what's your top 5 of R&B?
Jodeci, uh, Mariah. Now, Jodeci,
I don't consider Mariah R&B though. I think she's more
yeah,
pop.
I did, yeah, well, yeah, I see, yeah, Jodeci, SWV, Mary J. Blige, uh, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, SWV, uh, uh, Stevie Wonder, and Robert Kelly.
I was gonna say you can't have a top 5 for R&B and you don't have Robert Kelly in your top 5. R. Kelly is number 1 on that list.
Think R. Kelly better than Jodeci, bro?
R. Kelly is 1,000% better than Jodeci. And actually, you know, while we own it, I really feel like Drew Hill is better than Jodeci.
Yeah, we'll talk about this, how crazy you are. Keep going.
But you missing Genuine, you missing Tank, you missing H-Town, you missing Boyz II Men.
No, I'm not. How many albums did
You missing New
H-Town have? 3?
Edition. You missing New Edition.
How many albums did you have? 3?
Well, it's biased because the niggas from the H and is H-Town. So I'm going to go with H-Town on my top 5. I'm not the biggest R&B guy. Robert Kelly is at the top of my list. And then now that I really sat back and listened to it, I got to put Tyrese in my top 5, bro.
You put Tyrese over Raheem DeVaughn?
Yeah, I put Tyrese over Raheem DeVaughn.
You crazy, man. You crazy.
I put Tyrese over Raheem DeVaughn.
The tour and record sales would make you would if you looked at their tour and record sales in comparison, you'd be like, shit.
But my top 5 isn't necessarily about record sales, because if my top 5 was about record sales going back to rap, Eminem got to be at the top.
No, but the reason why I said tours and record sales, the reason why I said tours and record sales, I'm just ashamed that there's a bunch of people that fuck with Raheem DeVaughn.
No, it is, and I'm not debating that.
Yeah, as opposed to people that fuck with Tyrese.
But when you look at tours, you got to realize Tyrese might not have had the time to do all the tours that he could do because he's a fucking actor as well.
You call him an actor, bro?
Tyrese is an actor, bro. Hey man, when you make your money off of 2 major franchises, you an actor, bro.
Yeah, man.
He got Transformers money and Fast and Furious money. Tyrese is an actor, bro. He's an accomplished actor. You can't take that away from him.
I mean, I'm not taking away from him. Just,
But see, my problem is,
I have been in a movie, right? You know that, right? I have been in a movie, so I could tell you something about acting, bro. I'm in a world-renowned movie, bro, so I can tell you a little bit. I don't like to brag and nothing like that, but I was in this and that. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
you gotta, man.
It taught me to drive.
This is gonna sound. This is gonna. Well, it's hard for you to drive down business neck because you be fucking with them hoes. But that might be the most outlandish shit I said all night. But by the way, Yeah, me and the female was talking about that tonight, bro.
About Cameo?
Your car Cameo?
My Cameo, bro.
I thought you had some lines, my nigga. I thought you had FaceTime. I'm mad that they ain't let my boy get some FaceTime and at least ask the bitch how much she cost for the night. You know what I'm saying? All we saw was the bitch looking in your window and getting in the car.
Bruh. What you don't know is that was the first cut. It's a director's cut coming out after this.
I hope so.
It's a director's cut coming out.
I hope you get to ask like how much for the blowjob, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Because like the regular cut that came out, that was like, boom, to come out. Now they discovered when watching the film about my camera, my screen ambiance, it was like, oh shit, we gotta put it, you know what I'm saying? So when the director's cut dropped,
I got a lead and major role for you for a Tubi movie, but you don't want to get down with the program, my nigga. You got lines.
You ain't got no more, man. How many scenes?
I don't have no what? No, what'd you even say? I don't have no what?
I said you. How many scenes y'all shot?
We finna start shooting. I need to get. I'm finna start doing my auditions. What are you talking about? The script is finished.
When you start doing the auditions, man, I'm gonna come through. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying Boogie ain't got an audition.
I know. I'm just coming through when you're done, so we can read lines, man. I can go ahead and kill this thing, man. Just saying. Let me get Miss Andrea Tyler back on the show, man. She's like, man, Boogie, we had seen you with the first shot we did, and you got some kind of screen presence on you, so we're gonna get some lines. I was like, okay, all right.
I got a beef with you, bro.
What's that?
Oh, okay. So what's your?
You can't even see that you don't have backdrops for.
This is a professional podcast, my guy. What are you doing?
Oh, somebody. I'm trying to see some shit that popped on my timeline. I try to keep in touch with the fans. I have been in a movie, bro, so I got fans.
This nigga here, man.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say that out loud. I was trying to keep it low key, but you know what I'm saying?
I got a beef with you, and this is the last segment.
All right, what's the beef you got?
I don't like how you chop up the clips, bro.
Why let
me rephrase that. I do like how you present the clips. I just don't like how you try to chop up the conversation to make me the bad guy.
What you mean? Okay, tell me one time I made you the bad guy.
Every time you've made me the bad guy. Outside of the time with our homie Senor El Gallo and his hi-hat. You kind of you get me. You don't get the full conversation, bro. You chop it off and you make me seem like the villain. I don't like it.
Okay, explain to the people which way I made you the villain.
You are a narrative setter. You know what I'm talking about?
You ain't. Okay, I'm required.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the clips because we getting likes. So if that pushes the likes, me being Toxic Dub, I'm cool with it.
I'm asking you in what way did I make what? I didn't change any words or anything.
No, you did not change any words. You just did not. I did. You didn't change any words. You just didn't. You don't send the full conversation like that.
That's the 5 minutes. It's supposed to be
no,
30,
it'd be like 20 seconds, and it'd be like the most like, it'd be some.
Explain it.
It'd be some salacious shit. It'd be like some narrative setting. Toxic Dub. It'd be toxicity. You don't hit a full thought.
What? So what's the full thought?
You're right. I might be tripping. I've been drinking Remy all night. You might be right, bro.
I'm just saying. You said I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're the narrative setter, man.
Yeah, I know it's me. It's not you.
I'm just saying. I just asked the question to how did I put you in a bad light in the clips, bro?
You might be right. I mean, no light is ever bad on me. You just look out, it's light shine on my skin. My skin regimen. Even though I need a haircut, the beard is still bearding. You know what I'm talking about? The bitches love it. So, I'm good.
How you know the bitches love it, man?
You asking too many questions about my business.
I just asked you. You said it.
You asking way too many questions about my business.
When I put the clip out, and I asked you, you gonna be like, you said the narrative. I'm like, no, I just trying to. You know what I'm saying? I asked the question. You said something.
Well, everybody that knows me knows I'm vain in the motherfucker. So that's not a narrative you got to set. That's there.
Okay. So we can post snaps post stamp that time.
Well,
right
at least bleep out the bitch so we can get more views. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you got to bleep some shit out too.
Once again, have you noticed that there's been no cussing on the whatchamacallits?
Yeah. No. Like I said, the clips is fire, bro. I ain't tripping.
Maybe that's why I can't put what you're saying on there, because maybe you cussed when you was making the point.
Yeah, you're right. I do be cussing like a motherfucker. You know what I'm talking
about? I don't think that's the truth about me putting the narrative.
I was finna
I'm a superstar, bro.
Huh?
I'm a superstar, bro. I've been in movies, so I have an audience and a fan base.
Why you ain't got your choker chain on today, bro?
I you know what I'm saying? I switch it up, bro. I'm just too today, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm shining out here. I feel like I'm shining.
I'm trying to get like you. I can't afford it. You know what I'm talking about? I really can't afford it.
Shining. See, I would tell you my hookup, man, but then you like to blurt things out in the middle of a party. Like,
no, I don't want your jury hookup. I got my own. I'm good.
You got it from the blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, no, I didn't, man.
No, you said where you got it from. I didn't say
just telling you that,
gave
bro.
up the information where you got it from.
It was a test, bro, and you failed, man. I was just telling you that to see what you're going to say, man.
Well, look, once we end this pod, don't get off the screen. This has been another riveting episode of the 16 Shots Podcast with Young James Boogie.
Young James Boogie, you are crazy.
And AR Dub.
Tell me how you took, and I'm going to tell you what I meant.
And we out.
No, talking about instruments to get the bitches, man.